What's going on, everyone? Got Marcus C, Mr. Jones in the building. What's going on, y'all? Mr. Jones says, I'm here. Was out trying to get a bite to eat, but everything's packed at 10:30 at night. Been like this for weeks. You know what? That's kind of weird, man. I don't know what's up, but yeah, it seems like eating times, that makes any sense, have shifted down here as well. Like I can go to give my kids something like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, it's fine, but at 2 o'clock it's packed. I don't really know what's going on with it. If the world has gone a little bit wild, maybe it's summer. Maybe because it's summer, people don't have to eat at the regular times. Guess that could be it. Marcy says your audio is sounding off. Dang it. All right. Let me see. A bit staticky. You know, I don't even know if this headset is charged all the way. That could be part of the problem. Hold on. Let me check my settings real quick. Electronics. Is that a little bit better? Oh wait, yeah. I think that should be better. Does it sound any better? Please let me know in the next 8 to 12 seconds if that sounds better. Mark Rose says, "What's up? What up, Mark Rose? Adam Gonzalez is here. What's going on, man? Obi-Wan Chigones, what's going on? Okay, it's better. All right. Yeah, this I was gonna try Streamlabs because I've been soldering on my PC for the longest time, but for some reason it's still broadcast to some random YouTube channel that I never created. So I gotta try to figure it out. But for now, StreamYard and this weird staticky noise. Hopefully, it doesn't start messing up again like it did last time. As you can see, I have my lights. We had a power outage about 2 months ago, maybe, and I thought it messed up my lights here because I was like, oh, why isn't it working? Actually, it did work. It's weird. This is not the right remote for this. I hit the power button and it turned blue for some reason. But I found the actual remote for it, and now I get to have my lights back on. I was all disappointed. I was like, oh man. I was like, all that time I took to tape this inside the shelf, and then the electricity went out and it blew it out. I thought it blew out the transformer on it. Turns out I was using the wrong remote. So that's on me right there. There we go. So weird frequency. There we go. All right. Static is back. Dang it. All right, hold on. See, I'm gonna have to stop messing with this StreamYard, even though I love the little duck in the corner. It's not working for me. Hey, appreciate you sharing it, Adam Gonzalez. Mark C says he has a meme for this. But yeah, no, I'm so happy I got my lights back, and I should probably label these remotes because I don't have a clue what this goes to. But this massive remote right here goes to this light. So if someone says something that upsets me, I can change my mood, or change my lights with my mood. So if someone's all like, I finally saw Doctor Strange last weekend. I was all excited to tell everybody, then I had to go to work, so I couldn't tell anyone. But if anybody hit me with spoilers, lights would have gone red. If I was like, hey, I saw Doctor Strange, I thought it was amazing, and then everybody in the chat was all like, oh, it was a great movie. Boom, we go blue. Wait, no, it's sad. Boom, we go green. We're happy. Or yellow. Actually, yellow looks better than white. Low yellow. if you haven't seen Doctor Strange, be sure to check out my Doctor Strange recap video. Although you should go see Doctor Strange in the theater, but for those of y'all that are waiting for Disney Plus, but still kind of want to be in the know with everyone else, I do have that available for you. Marcy said, okay. Let's see. Has everybody seen Doctor Strange already? I have 7 people here. I'm hoping all 7 of y'all have seen it. If not, my apologies if you watched the video and got it completely spoiled for y'all. Mr. Joseph's Dr. Castile in the multiverse of static. Dang it. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, let me try something else. Let's see. Camera's good. Oh, fancy.
Okay. Is this? I'm not even using this speaker anymore, or this headset anymore. Does that sound better? This is just—it's embarrassing because right now I know Mezco's probably watching, and they're like, "We will never do business with that guy because he can't even have a non-staticky live stream." Uh, Mark Z says, "Haven't. I'm just waiting till it comes up on streaming." It was good, man. I liked it. Some people said they didn't like it. Although I will say, most of the people that I saw that said they didn't like it were just like casual moviegoers. So I can see probably why they didn't like it, especially if they didn't watch all film or all films up leading up to it recently, or all the Disney shows. But I like it. That was good. Talking about what's going on, man. Says, hey, what's up, Sonny Crew? Loki, what's going on? Says, what up, Girl Gang? Sunday Crew. That's what's up right there. Oh, Marcy says, what's that again? Dude, I don't know. I think it's stupid StreamYard. Let's see. Try to fix this one more time here. Edit audio avatar. What does that mean? This avatar using your camera is off. Interesting. That's another one. This was our beating with StreamYard. Thank you. Although they're my unofficial sponsors there. We just set up your microphone. I don't know. I tried this microphone. I tried this mic. There's like 2 settings on this microphone. I tried both of them. I think StreamYard is being crap right now. Let me see. What's up, Weasel? So, Sam says, "Most practice sizes sound people." Hold on. Let's go back down. Let's see. Audio. Go back to
Electronics. Okay, is that better? I have a feeling today we're just gonna be switching mics. That's for the next 2 hours, 3 hours. We're just gonna start doing that. Marcus needs to start beefing with StreamYard with me. I'm gonna go tweet to StreamYard. I'll be like, StreamYard, what's up with the sound? I keep cracking. Let's see. I love tweeting companies because they respond to you faster when you tweet them. It's like they don't want me to influence my 14 followers. Let's see. I think I might have to break up with StreamYard. Have to break up with. Hopefully they got a Twitter. Like if you're a company, don't have a Twitter. StreamYard app. There we go. I keep sounding staticky. Staticky. Staticky a word? Is there a K? Do I gotta add a K into it? I'm not sure how that works out. StreamYard needs to chill with that attitude. Loki. Let's see. Okay, it's better. Oh, we said it went out again. God, all right, let me tweet these people. And it's annoying. I got 10 viewers. All right, 10 viewers. They are threatening to leave the stream. I'm so devastated. Okay, I just tweeted to them. Now they'll hear my cries and they'll go plug me in better. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Mr. Jones says companies respond faster if you tweet them, except Funimation. Thankfully, I don't have that anymore. Funimation. Oh, they're the ones that do the Dragon Ball Z, right? Marcy says, give me flashbacks to Wade's earlier live streams. Dang it, man. I don't know what's going on with the sound. Reboot my computer. What if I just reboot the live stream? Hold on, everyone. I'm going to reboot. I'm going to refresh this page, and we'll see what happens. Changes may not be saved. Everybody hang on. It's about to be a while. Okay, is everybody still here? Oh, we actually have added 2 people. How's the sound? Is it better? I guess I should let me pull up. Hopefully I don't get a whole bunch of feedback. Let me pull up the live stream on my phone. It popped up on Twitter. Okay, if y'all know, what's his name? Cloud Fox. Not before and after. I don't know what the proper term is for that, but yeah, before and after. I guess I don't know. Let's see. Toy Galaxy Dan was beefing with some random guy on Twitter the other day. Oh, I'm supposed to be checking on sound. Yeah, Cloud made a cameo. Yeah, he popped up on my Twitter. I don't think I actually follow Cloud, but he pops up on my Twitter a lot. All right, how's the sound? So far, so good. Much better. Good for now. Okay. Oh, there it goes again. God, oh man. Let me just. I'm hearing it delayed, and it got issues still. Wait. Okay. God dang it, man. All right, this will be my last week with StreamYard. Y'all deserve much better. Back again. StreamYard getting on my nerves already. Oh, let me see. I wonder if I should just go straight. Home dude, what's going on, man? It says, I think the telemarketing headset is fair. All right, let me try back with the webcam audio. My webcam.
All right. Is that better? Let me see if I automatically adjust volume. I'm starting to uncheck stuff. See what happens. I'm wondering if it's because
I had on echo cancellation, stereo audio. Nope, it's probably worse. Okay, Weasel said just do sign language. Uh, Mark C says, thank you for thinking so highly of us. It's all I do, think very highly. Weasel says it's better again. If it goes bad again, I'll just type in the comments right here. I'll be like, let's see. I'll be like, uh, I'll just do like that. I'll just chat with you the whole time if the sound goes bad again. Actually, it won't. I'll just keep flip-flopping back and forth. I gotta drink perfectly to the side like this so that y'all will go out and buy Pepsi products and increase my stock with them. All right, Marcus, you found the meme. Sweet. Weasel says, seemed like whatever you changed that last time fixed it. Yeah, I had on echo cancellation, so I'm thinking that bats can hear me now because now I have an echo. But I'm thinking maybe my voice was just like jacked up, and they're like, "Oh, we don't like your voice. It sounds like you're echoing." So that's probably what happened. Uh, Loki has a good point. Sentinel could have been looking at sex bot porn and clicked the wrong link. Mark Z, all right, send an IG. Sweet. Where we at? Where we at? Toy Malarkey also says Series 3 looks good. Yeah, it look cool with the women. They got the female figures now. Which the only one I have from that is the Sergeant Slaughter. But the female figures look pretty cool. Toy Malarkey says, anyone going to Joe Fest at the end of the month in Georgia? I will not because it's in Georgia. If it was in Texas, I might go. Weasel says only difference is you're not quite as loud, but that's better than Crackle. Hey, Crackle is a good streaming service. No, actually Crackle's not that good of a streaming service. It's been around forever, but it's never been that good. Like I used to watch the old Spider-Man cartoons were on Crackle, and they would throw commercials in randomly at like it's like they didn't even know when the commercial break was supposed to happen. Like Spider-Man would literally be like, "Merry," and it would cut to a commercial. They show a commercial about like Valtrex or something that's completely inappropriate for a children's cartoon, and they'll cut back and be like, "Jane, I was just," and I'm like, "Dude, you cut him off in the middle of her name. Like, do better, Crackle." So yes, anything's better than Crackle. Tori Malarkey reminds everyone to please hit that like button. I could use all 14 likes. And Mark G says, which female figures? The Valaverse female figure, Valaverse Series 3. Pre-orders come out tomorrow. I just saw Dante post that on Facebook. Yeah, Series 3 though. It's the female figures. Where's my phone at? Let me see. Let's see if I can go to them real quick. Alright, for some reason my Facebook is all messed up. There we go. Alright, so Series 3 Valaverse figures. Don't mind all my fingerprints, and also don't copy my fingerprints in case you're gonna do crimes and put my fingerprints anywhere. There's the Valaverse figures though. This one chick right here with the shaved head, she actually has scars on her mouth like Joker in Batman: The Dark Knight or Batman TDK. I think that's what people abbreviate it. But yeah, so you can tell they're all women because this one you can't see her face, but you can see she has a boob vest. So they're all women. They look pretty good though. Yeah, I don't know what the articulation is gonna look like, and he won't send me these, so I won't know until like very late in the game. But yeah, they look pretty good though. You got a black woman, a white woman. I'm guessing what is it called? Ethnically diverse woman and a robot woman. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's human head under there, but I can't. I won't 100% say that there's a human head under there, so we'll go with the cyborg woman. Torben Lark says I'm in Florida, so it's not too far away from me. That's cool, man. Yeah, if you go, that'd be dope. Obi-Wan Shigona says I wonder the differences between the slaughters. Yeah, at first, let me get the focus here. All right. At first, I was like, the Sergeant Slaughter that Valaverse had, I was like, man, that's a dope Sergeant Slaughter. Hasbro gonna step their game up. Then I saw the Hasbro one, and it looks pretty good too. So I don't know. It could be. It could be. Could give it a run for its money. I don't think it's gonna have as many accessories as the Valaverse version has, but it still looks good though. Matt Logic 44 says, "What's cracking, everybody? Happy Sunday, y'all. Hey, man, appreciate you tuning in. I gotta wipe my phone right now because Marcus G says he's gonna copy my fingerprints. Uh, Weasel says he wonders if that woman shaves other areas. Only half. Can you imagine, like the girls that shave half their head? They just take half. I mean, it'd be interesting, like when they're at if they got like a bikini on at the beach or something. You'd be like, hey, what's going on there? Let's see. Mark Z says the one on the left. The one on the left. Wait, I already went. I already jumped off of it. The one on the left. Wait, is that my left or your left? If it's my left, this the black lady or the robot lady? Either way, they look pretty cool. Adam Gonzalez says, is that a Peacemaker shirt? It is. Peacemaker. Dan Spig says, you watching The Boys Sunday? We were watching them. We've seen up to episode 3. I think that's all that's out right now. That first episode, though, like, I went to work the next day after we saw it. I was talking to this one dude who watches all the comic book movies and stuff. One of the security guards there. And I was like, man, I go, did you see The Boys? We both looked at each other and go, that first episode, though, if you ain't seen The Boys, go watch it. That's all I can say right now. Yeah, it's a wild ride, that first episode. Clockwork Orgy, what's going on, man? Mark Z says, isn't the Valaverse one pinless? Zoned out for a second. I think it is, actually. It's a pretty good figure, though. It's pretty good. Let's see. Weasel says, I just watched episode 2 of The Boys' new season. What a great show. Yeah, I haven't watched the cartoon. I forgot what the cartoon's called. I haven't watched the cartoon yet, though. I need to go check it out. Torm Larkin says, I was really happy with the reveals in the last G.I. Joe live stream. Looking forward to the classified HasLab reveal. I missed the live stream. Like, is it the Great Tonino? I think is his name on Instagram. He posted something about the live stream being half the battle or whatever, and I was like, the other half is to remember, and I totally forgot to go watch it. I was like, dang it. All right. Oh, where we at? Mark Z says the one in the red shirt. The red shirt. So the black lady. Okay, yeah, the one on the left. If I can get it. There we go. All right. I mean, they all look dope. Like, even though they're not real people, they look pretty cool. Clockwork Gorgeous says she can be a Zarana alternative. I'm not sure if I pronounced that name right. I had all the weak G.I. Joes growing up. I didn't have any of the popular ones, except, of course, Serpentor, which they still did not announce. I'm still disappointed in them. Um, when are we gonna get Serpentor? That's all I'm asking for. So one thing I'm asking for from the G.I. Joe folks, when we're getting Serpentor. So back to Tor Malarkey saying he was happy with all the reveals. I will not be happy with them until we get Serpentor. Adam Gonzalez says, man, that show is crazy. Talking about the boys. Yes. That's insane. Mark C says, I haven't watched the season yet, but I'm trying to keep updated. Excited for payback. Yeah, man, it's pretty good, man. Mr. Jones is diabolical. Mr. Jones, are you able to watch that show? Because I know you have to have earmuffs for your virgin ears for bad language, but can you at least watch it and know what's going on? I mean, do you have to do eye muffs? I'm not sure how that would work. Weasel says 19 viewers, only 3 likes. That makes a lot of sense though. Come on, peeps, show Sonny some love. I fixed the audio for y'all, man. For y'all, I can hear myself clear. I fixed it for y'all. Loki says, yo yo, Clockwork Orgy. He's saying, what's up? Serpentor comes with a snake Cobra Commander. When are we getting what? Golo Bolus? I don't even know that one, man. Classified figure. Like I had the one like figures that I remember. Actually, let me get them. Let me get my old school GI Joes real quick if I can reach them. These are the I know I'm missing at least like one GI Joe. All right, let's bust out these old school GI Joes. I have my old school bucket of toys right here. It's sad that most of my toys fit in one bucket. This one's probably my favorite one right here. Yeah, there we go. As you can see, he's pretty worn. This one was always my favorite one though when I got him. Oh, so not the exact color scheme, but pretty good though. But yeah, this one was always one of my favorite ones right there. Mar- Toy Malarkey says, I'm sure we'll get Serpentor soon. Uh, he and what? He and Mindbender. Oh, Mindbender. Our last 2 members of Cobra leadership we don't have in hand. Dude, we better get Serpentor. Mark C says, eye muffs. You mean a blindfold? I mean eye muffs. Mr. Jones says, Gol. I don't even sure I'm saying that word. Golobulus was a villain in the animated G.I. Joe movie. I don't think I've ever actually seen the movie. I saw a few of the cartoons. Um, I saw a lot of my cousin's G.I. Joes. Let's see. Don't you have a custom Serpentor in the works? I'm supposed to. I have the head and I have a body. I just haven't done anything with it. So I'm supposed to have that in the works. I should have just been like, man, screw it. Let's put it on right now and I'll start working on it. But this look right here is, I don't know what I did with the head. I know it was around here the other day. I know it's here in the house. I'll find it one day. Mr. Jones says, look it up. Golobulus. Oh man, okay. I don't even gotta type the word in. Okay. Yeah, we need that dude. Oh, we need that dude big time. All right, I gotta pull this up on my phone. Globulus. I still don't know how to say it. Yeah, we need that dude. Man, he'd probably be like a deluxe pack, like The Snake Eyes and Timber, or was it Crocmaster? Dang it, we need that guy. Roadblock, Roadblock will finally get a back rub as Snake Cobra Commander gets made. Tony Larkin says, Mr. Jones, I bet we start getting those animated movie characters soon since it's the 35th anniversary of the movie. Yeesh. Man, that'd be cool if they do that guy. What's to do with the head? Lucky Butter says, I'm late, my bad. Thought it was another no-show this week. Oh, it's all good, man. Yeah, I was busy today, so I didn't get to remind anybody on Instagram. But glad y'all came. Go Lobulus. Go Lobulus. Okay. All right, so back to my this G.I. Joe. Uh, this guy right here as well. I think this guy has, yeah, there you go. He came with a sword and he does that karate chop action with the sword. I forgot what his name is, but I'm pretty sure I could just get one of my green articulated icons ninjas and put black stripes on him and have this guy. If y'all remember his name, I think his name might have been Nunchuck. Not sure. Let me see. G.I. Joe Nunchuck. Yes, G.I. Joe Nunchuck. That's his name. So, Hasbro, I need G.I. Joe Nunchuck as well. I feel good. I feel good that I remembered his name. Nunchuck. Let's see. Let's see. What other? I had a G.I. Joe Crazy Legs, who's actually in pieces right now. So, back when I was a kid, I used to. I got another guy. Another Viper guy who's also in pieces. Missing his crotchal region. Got Guile. Who remembers that Street Fighter crossover? I think some kid just gave. I think this is one some kid just randomly gave me. He was like, "Oh, you have Bison? You can have Guile too." I was like, "Thanks, kid." Never talked to that kid ever again. I got Crazy Legs, who's in pieces right now. So what I used to do is I used to get, as you can see the little red tip that's there. Oh, I used to get the top of the rubber band from or top of the balloons, like from a water balloon, and replace the black rubber band with balloon piece, so that way I can have my GI Joes all together again. As you can see, it doesn't work out too well, and they melt inside of them. But maybe I'll fix them later on. I might fix them tomorrow. I think my kids got balloons somewhere. Let's see. Rick Jones says he's not a pair, just one nunchuck. Yeah, he's nunchuck. Is he nunchuck? Nunchuck. Okay. They call him Chuck in his family reunions. Lucky Butter says, Mr. Jones, your art has been popping up on my IG a lot and it's damn good. Thanks for sharing it with us. Yeah, man. If you're not following Mr. Jones on anything, go follow him on everything. He does a lot of great art. I can't draw, so I don't do any art. Bison. Mark Z says Street Fighter figures from Hasbro would be nice. This G.I. Joe subline and the crossover with Power Rangers are two reasons why. Ah, yeah. I hope that they can somehow get random licenses again. But Bison was one of my favorites as well. Although I like using Bison in Street Fighter because you do that little torpedo a bunch of times, stomp their head a few times, you can win pretty easily. And I was all about trying to win easily. Let's see. Then my mom got me this random. He's named the GI Joe. He's just some random guy that they had at Albertsons. I don't know if anybody has Albertsons anymore, but he actually lasted a lot longer than some other GI Joes. Like He didn't get loose as fast as they did. So I was like, hey mom, remember that cheap GI Joe you bought me? That knockoff? Buy me another one. But I think by then that company had went out of business. Oh look, here's more crotches. It's always nice to just find random GI Joe crotches in my stuff. Try to get the pieces for. There we go. So this one, I forgot what his name is. I broke his visor. I lost his visor. He needs a rubber band in the middle of him. Right now he's in three pieces. But this is another one. Like I said, my cousins, they all had like Storm Shadow. Um, what's the Scarlet? No, not Scarlet. Who's the red ninja lady? I think it was Scarlet. I'm not sure. Uh, Marcus E says Sonny's packing dismembered crotches. I keep all my crotches in my crotch bucket. Let's see. I missed a whole lot. Okay. Lucky Butter says Marcus E's doing good. Just messing with the Zenkigar SHF. Hopefully I can post some shots of him tomorrow. I don't know what that means. I mean I know what SHF is. Tormlark says that's your first custom before you became Foil Customs. Yeah, before that we were Rubber Customs. Specialized in rubbers. Now imagine if they had larger ones, you'd use the band from a condom to hold them together. Mad Logic 44 says I've been building Joes from parts. Those crotches are the hardest parts to find. It's because I have them all. I keep the crotches. I keep all the crotches, and you know what sucks though? Like a lot of them break. Like yeah, see, it's Crazy Legs. His crotch is broken, so it doesn't connect all the way through. Um, his crotch is intact. This has just become a GI Joe crotch live stream. Is there a group dedicated to that? I will just join that group. Let's see. Hey, look, the GI Joes they had some nice weapons too. I don't know why the classified they be throwing weird colors. Well, like who was it? Beachhead. He had that random green color. I don't remember that, but I think this came with nunchuck because what ninja doesn't need an automatic weapon? Let's see, this is just gonna be, hey, you want to see some of my old toys? Here we go. There's nunchuck's sword right there. And you put it in his hand thusly. And now he can go chop everyone up with that sword right there. I just see crotch again. Uh, let's see. Torvald Larkin says, "Oh, Mr. Marksy said, or Mr. Jones says, Marksy, I don't know. I just saw new affordable Street Fighter figs in pre-order. Oh, those Playmates ones? Eesh, those are. Ugh. Okay, yeah. Rick Jones says Playmates got the Street Fighter figures coming. They don't look terrible. They do look terrible though. I don't like them. I don't. The turtles look even worse. I don't know. Maybe they'll do good. Oh, then Mr. Jones says Playmates is doing 6-inch Street Fighter figs in their TMNT versus packs. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't like the way they look that much. Let's see. I went all kinds of wrong order. Uh, Darkroom Diaries, what's going on? It says the Jeffrey Dahmer of toy collecting. Yeah, I have a box full of parts. No, but I still got the backpacks too. Some of them. Like I thought when I was a kid, I thought I was doing good, keeping all the stuff together, but apparently I was not. Like I don't even know if this is one of those. Someone assembled this GI Joe and gave them to me. I have no idea where these parts came from. Actually, I think this is a red leg from that ninja that I was talking about. But yeah, this is an interesting character. He looks like one of those Mexican guys you'd see at a flea market. Like, I'm not being racist, I'm being realistic. I may have bought chickens from him at one point. Now you got me wanting to go fix all these turtles up. Ooh, look, there we go. Got my Cobra shield. There we go. Like, I know some people, they get back into the 3 3/4 figures. I don't want to get back into them. I think I'm happy with the 6-inch figures. They served me well, but I will keep my other ones just in case. All right. Let's see. Where am I at? Where am I at? Miss Jones, I see. Playmates knows no boundaries when it comes to these crossover sets. No, they have the Ninja Turtles versus Cobra Kai, which look terrible as well. I don't know. Playmates had its heyday back in the 90s, late 80s, but I think they're done. I don't like them very much. Mr. Jones says, I got the SH Figure Arts Zane Kaiser, a bunch of Masterverse. Keep trying to order from McFarlane Green Arrow. Every retailer sends me the gray unpainted version 4 times now, waiting on fifth. Target had that one, the Green Arrow. Sonny has an extensive crotch library. Hashtag the crotch collector. There you go. Sonny, are you now a crotch collector? I didn't realize I had a problem collecting crotches, but apparently I do. If the O-ring snapped, you can buy them in bundles to repair old Joes. Yeah, now you can. I don't know that you could do it before, but I used to just use the rubber bands. Or not the rubber bands, the top of the balloons. Sonny with crotch libraries and well booties. The crotch king. Bam, right there. Crotch breaks are common. It happens when we age. We went from well booties to leftover crotches. How the there we go, crotch customs. Let's see, Miss Jones. LOL, the luck though. Fingers crossed it works out for you. Do you get the SHF neck peg extender for your figures? You know, oh man, I'm gonna get the Instagram wrong. Is it Figure Fix? I can't remember, but they have the neck extensions. I don't know if they have them for SHF, but I know they got them for Sentinel. Let's see. I just buy and move on. SHF stay in the box. I'm not a huge SHF fan, except their Dragon Ball Z stuff is pretty good. Rena exploring Sunny's crotch box. Hold on. All right, let's see. Where are we at? There we go. I'm taking the title King of Crotches at this point. Lucky Butter says, son, you've been upgrading display, lights, 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 and those backgrounds too. It's looking good. Yeah, I actually explained about the lights, but then static happened, and everybody was like, nobody wants. StreamYard was like, stop talking about your lights. We're gonna make it staticky. But yeah, I found the remote for it, so I could actually have lights on it again. I had the wrong remote this whole time. I thought that it had went out with an electrical storm that we had that knocked out our electricity, but apparently I just had the wrong remote. Let's see, Marcus, you working on a custom for the last few days. Other than that, just organizing on the outlines of my story today. Haven't done for toy photography in a while. Sweet, can't wait to see what you customize, man. Dorkroom Diary says I need a crotch bucket. Thanks, honey. If you don't have a crotch bucket, what's the point of even having figures, man? Mr. Jones says can't just go to Lowe's or Home Depot to buy a bag of O-rings. Um, I grew up in the poor ghetto. We did not have either of those stores. We had a store called Builder Square, kind of close to us, but it was still, well, it seemed far because Here in Austin and East Austin, they were like, here, we gave you an Albertsons, we gave you an HEB, we gave you two HEBs, three HEBs, and a couple Walgreens, and an Eckerd's. Stay in your area. So we stayed in our area. So I never got to go out to Builder Square or Home Depot or Lowe's to get those O-rings. I did have water balloons though. Those were plenty. Lucky Butter says I keep my figures on my computer desk and coffee table, but a lot of my figures are in boxes or drawers. I hope you mean like dresser drawers and not like boxer drawers. Let's see. Marcus Z says, am I being enabled to buy crotches in bulk? Maybe. Yes. Everybody that buys a crotch, think of me. Let's see. Lucky Butter says, Sonny, which is better, kid Krillin or the 1 inch taller Krillin you got in recent? The adult Krillin. What is it? The strongest man on Earth? Yeah, that version of Krillin. It's better because he's double jointed. Like not double jointed. He's not. He doesn't have single joint knees. Um, and he's able to pose a little bit better than Kid Krillin. Kid Krillin has great faces. Um, actually, the strongest man on earth, Krillin has I like that surprise face, which is the thumbnail for the Tonight Show. So I'd have to say I have to give it to that one. Wiz says he only buys crotches in Vegas. Oh man. I love how I was like, hey, maybe today I'll talk about nope crotches. Crotches is what we're talking about today. Matt Logic says slow weekend on the hunt. Did spot the new Masterverse Beastman. Looks good. Someone posted on Facebook that that hit the Austin area, but I don't know. I don't want to get into another line. Mr. Jones is old like me, and he remembers Builder Square. I think when we lost Builder Square, I think that's when Lowe's came around. I could be wrong. They could have had Lowe's in the nicer neighborhoods. I just didn't know. Lucky Butter is asking the question we all want to know. Marcus Yee, what customs are you working on right now? Mr. Jones misses Eckerd's. Hey, Matt Logic, he remembers Builder Square too. What I don't know what happened. Builder Square was just like deuces were out. They bounced. Marcus said, Lucky Butter, it's a member of my group of Misfit Toys, using some pieces from the Black Series Q90 and the Lightning Collection, A Squad, Blue Ranger, and Pumpkin Wrap. Pumpkin Wrapper. That's interesting to have pieces from that. Oh, let's see. Lucky Butter's asking if you enjoy those Masterverse figures. Haven't seen that guy in my area yet. Yeah, someone, like I said, they posted, I want to say yesterday, that Beastman hit. And it seems like everybody in Austin, well, everybody who wanted them in that toy group went out and grabbed them from that store that they were spotted at. So there are hidden areas. I mean, it looks cool. It looks cool. I wouldn't like if I was collecting them, I would check them out. But Mr. Jones says Mark C. Misfit Toys is a dirty word around the Houston, Texas area. Misfit Toys. But what about like Christmas time when it's Rudolph and the Island of Misfit Toys? Is it Rudolph? I think it's Rudolph. It might be Santa Claus. I think it's Rudolph. Mark C says he's like a scarecrow or the headless horseman if he was a cyborg cowboy. I do like that idea. I like that thought process you're going through. Mark C says, Mr. Jones, your poor virgin eyes and ears. Eye muffs, Mr. Jones, eye muffs. Misfit Toys is a toy shop here. Oh, sweet. I'm gonna stop by there next time I'm in the area. I'll be like, Mr. Jones sent me. They're gonna be like, oh, okay, here's some toys. Matt Lodge says, I do like the Masterverse line. It's a fun line to collect, like Fortnite, cool design, and decent articulation. Like the Fortnite figures, I get them because I'm like, oh, look at these accessories, and oh, look, it's dirt cheap because it's at Ross. But then I get the figures out, and it's like some of them are okay, like not the McFarlane ones. The McFarlane ones are kind of weird. The McFarlane ones are completely out of scale to everything it seems. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't like the Fortnite figures the way they have the Jazzwares ones, the way they have the hands that do this. Um, hingy, hingy hands. I don't like the hingy hands. Uh, but Hasbro's doing a lot better job with them. But I do say Jazzwares was pumping them out like crazy for cheap. Um, lots of different designs, lots of accessories. So they do have that over Hasbro. Like Butter says, has a backyard Civil War ended with you in the tree, Sonny? Almost. I still got a lot of wood to burn. Um, got to stick my wood in some fire, and then I'll be done finally. Mr. Jones says, no, don't shop at Misfit Toys. LOL. I can send you lots of stories from people who shop there. I met him at Trader's Village before he opened up his shop. I I'm gonna go and act a fool. Actually, if I could get monetized, I would for YouTube. I would do a members thing, just acting a fool in different stores for y'all. One of these days, like by 2025, we'll get there. Matt Lodge says I only like the Jazzwares. So I didn't realize that McFarlane made some of them until I got that rhino looking guy. What is he called? The Juggernaut, but he's like a rhino. And then I was like, oh, McFarlane made this? That explains a lot. But he came with like the back bling, maybe I think pickaxe. Well, whatever his pickaxe was. I don't even know if he came with a gun, but he came with like a stand. I mean, he looked cool, but yeah. Or the jackal. I think. Is it called the jackal? I don't know what it's called. But yeah, the Jazzar ones were superior to the McFarlane ones. And if Todd McFarlane is one of the 17 people watching, I'm sorry. I had to say it. Mr. Jones says, I've seen posts in the toy groups from several people who say they change the price on things when you get to the register. Yeah, dude, I'll call them out on it. I have no problem. I don't live in Houston. That's what I want to do. I want to go and just like not act a fool, like cause a scene, but just play a character and walk into a store, play a character, see what happens, and record it, obviously. But it has to be in a town that's like not mine. Like I don't want to show up at the same town or they see me in the street and they're like, "Oh, you're the guy that was acting all crazy. You're saying dumb stuff." And I'll be like, "What?" And I got a rep on them, and you know, then we start busting out a breakdance fight, and yeah, I don't know how to breakdance, so I'd lose and I'd have to never show my face around that store again. But if it's a different location, a different city, I don't mind doing that. Mark C says Jazzwares' Fortnite figures had potential, but in my opinion, the quality of the plastic engineering could have used some improvements. Also, they're not really in scale, perfect, they're not in perfect scale with each other. Like, if you have Marvel Legends, they scale with each other just fine. Or if the MCU scale a little bit differently than the comic versions, but they scale pretty good. Fortnite, for some reason, is like some will have a huge head, some will have a little bit tiny head, and it's kind of bizarre. But like, cause I think her name is Valkyrie. She's like a Viking lady. Got her for like $2. Um, her head is really small compared to everyone else, so it doesn't make any sense. So Jazzwares could have fixed that. Mr. Jones says, "Go fist fight dude on a live stream when you get monetized." Oh, that would be dope. I just have a feeling like every time he punched me, he'd be like, "This is for white America." Bow. Like what? Whoa, hold on, man. Oh, whoa, 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 dude, dog. This was not a hatred thing. This was just a beef thing. Now he went and got it all escalated. Matt Logic says, but I have to give it to Daddy Mac on the shark guy. Look dope. Shark guy. Shark guy. Shark guy. I don't think I ever saw that one. Huh. I don't think I ever saw that one. That would be cool. To catch says toys that make me act a fool. Hey, I've seen some people. I've seen some people get weird around Funko Pops. Like I'm gonna take the Funko Pop from them. I'm like I'm not even looking at Funko Pops. I'm over like at Target. They have Funko Pops over there and they have the action figures over here. I'll be looking over here and the Funko Pop people keep just looking at me like I did tell one once and I was like what? And then he scurried off. I was like that's right. Action figures, dog, and I repped on them. No, but seriously, we should completely start beef with Funko Pop collectors. I mean, if you collect both, hey, cool, congratulations. Maybe one day when the beef gets too crazy, you can be the moderator. And not moderator. What's the word I'm looking for? Mediator. The mediator. Mr. Jones says I still need that Fort McFarlane Dire Werewolf Fortnite fig. Don't want to pay secondary market price. Yes, that one looks dope, and that one's cool because it can be bigger. It can look bigger in scale. I've never seen that one either. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that one in store. If I find one, I'll sell it to you for just under secondary market prices because we're pals like that. Mark C says breakdance fight only only way fights were solved back in the day according to historical documents. Yeah, I think that's how we signed the Louisiana Purchase, if I'm not mistaken. Lucky Butter says I prefer the Jazzware figures over the Hasbro. Oh, what? Over the Hasbro ones, but the hands for the Jazzware figures needed to change. $20 for a figure, a face plates, and lots of accessories might not be seen for a while. Yeah, the faceplate thing was it worked for some, but some the faceplate fell off too easy. And then you had that gross line right here, like Tay Diggs on Equilibrium. Spoiler alert: if you haven't seen Equilibrium, Tay Diggs gets his face cut off. Um, Christian Bell does some fancy footwork. You don't really see him cut his face, but he does. His face falls off. That's what reminds me of the Jazzwares face plates. Tomolar gets to go to bed. Says good night, guys. Hey, appreciate you stopping through, man. Mark C says Jazzwares Fortnite figures went all out on the character selection. They def got me interested anytime I passed through the aisle. Yeah, no, they did. I mean, and the accessories were amazing. I don't have any with me to show, but they are. They were pretty dope accessories. They had a good run. They had a real good run with it. Lucky Buster says I feel Hasbro only picked up Fortnite because Epic Games did collapse with Marvel, so Hasbro can push those figures out. They have a Snake Eyes figure too, and that was the very first one they had was the Fortnite Snake Eyes figure that was for pre-order. Oof. Man, I want to say like back in January 2021 maybe. Man, it keeps getting pushed back. I have no idea when that figure is going to drop, but they've had that for pre-order for quite some time. Mark C. Oh, says take care, Toy Malarkey. Mr. Jones says I can tell you stories about Funko Pop. There's a reason I cringe every time I see one. Oh, there we go. I like how he says I can tell you stories, and it immediately tells a story. Had an ex who became obsessed with them. Like act a fool, make a scene in the store, obsessed. She's banned from every GameStop here in town, as far as I know. Dude, yeah, we when I worked at GameStop, there were people that were banned. They knew it though. They were like, can't. They would just stand outside while their friends went in. I didn't know why they were banned. Well, actually, some of them I didn't know why they were banned because they were previous employees there and they stole from the store. They did it in a unique way too. Mark C says I have McFarlane Fortnite Cuddle Team and Big Mouth. I don't want any more to be honest. I almost got the Cuddle Team leader, but she's too big. She's just too large. I did get Big Mouth though. because I don't know, it's like $4, I think. Big Mouth was dirt cheap, so I got Big Mouth. Mr. Jones loves Big Mouth. That that sounds really weird out of context. Still waiting on that Snake Eyes figure. See, right, Matt Logic is it was like early 2021, right? I'm not tripping. Like it's been over a year. Like people complain about Mezco. Hasbro did the same thing with that Snake Eyes figure. Lucky Brothers says Fortnite did a collab with G.I. Joe shortly after the Marvel collab. Seems like an easy repaint for them to start the line off. I thought they did G.I. Joe before Marvel. I could be wrong though. But yeah, they it would be cool to get those Marvel figures though. Mark Z says at Mr. Jones, it's cool looking. Only wanted for a group I mentioned earlier. Also, the articulation on it wasn't whatever. Yeah, the articulation is pretty bad on that figure. I would show y'all, but I don't know where it's at. Actually, I see it right there. I just don't want to get it. It looked cool. It looked cool though. The shovel thing that it came with was pretty cool too. Lucky Butter says Mr. Jones, it's crazy how people act toward Funko Pops. I told you already I have an employee that collects Funko. She saw my figures on my desk. She was like, "Oh, you collect? Me and my husband kind of collect too." I said, "What do y'all collect?" And she was like, "Funko Pop." And I was like, "I'm sorry we had to terminate you this way." She's alright though. Manlogic 44 says, "Steal as in buy resale items for more before the store will buy them." Wait, steal? Oh, wait, what? Marcy says, "Big Mouth and X." Yeah, I don't know where this show went today. We barely made it past an hour. It's already gone this far. Oh, snipe the buybacks. Yeah, I got some Funkos. Yeah, I have a few. I'm not gonna lie. I have Jadeveon Clowney when he played for the Texans. My sister got me a special edition Skeletor Funko Pop. She was at some, I don't know, farmers market, craft market. I don't know. She was at something, and she got me a Skeletor one, which is kind of cool. I have them over there. Um, got my kid Superior Octopus. He kept it in the box. I was like, okay, you know, I'll play with it. He has Groot. Um, did we get the oldest? No, we didn't get the oldest any Funko Pops. He didn't want them. Yeah, I mean, there's a few hanging around my house. Oh, Mad Logic says steal, as in buy resale items for more before the store will buy them. I got what you're saying. They didn't do that. They faked trades. So like they scanned trades with inventory that was already in the store, put it on gift cards, and then sold the gift cards for money or used the gift cards at other stores. They were dumb though. They used their discount. So it's like if you're stealing, why if you're stealing from the company you work for, why use your discount to trace it back to you? That was just that to me that was dumb. Matt Lodge just sniped the buybacks. I did that a few times. I'm not proud of it. Actually, I am proud of it for one. Um, well, no, I didn't really snipe it. So we offered a guy, I think $4 in store credit for an arcade stick. And he was like, "That's stupid." And I said, "That sure is stupid." I go, "If I wasn't on the clock right now, I'd give you at least $20 for that." And he goes, "What time are you getting off of work?" And I was like, "Oh." So I got up $20 after I got off of work. I still got it. My kid uses it to play on the arcade cabinet I built. But yeah, I did do that. I'm not gonna lie. I would say, some people are like, "I'm not proud of it." No, I am proud of that deal that I made. Mr. Jones says, "I'm gonna go ask Raquel if she has any Marvel Legends." She's a fan of Harley Quinn. Mark C says, "My favorites are the future Foundation Spider-Man, Namor, and CJ Parker." Ooh, CJ Parker. Okay. That might be a good Funko Pop there. They fired guys I knew for that. Called it theft. What? I don't know how that's theft. It's unethical, I'd say. I wouldn't call it theft. Theft, yeah, I wouldn't call it theft. That's messed up too, because that's a horrible thing to have on your record, and that's not really theft. It's not theft because the store doesn't own it right there, so it doesn't make any sense. Let me see. Hold on. Oh wait, I forgot to check what Mark's Yee sent earlier. Oh, where we at? Oh, it's a video. All right, I'm gonna check that out later. Let's see. All right, I gotta check these videos out later. But yeah, no, I don't know why they would call that theft. It's kind of bizarre. I mean, well, actually, they did that here in Austin a lot. So sometimes, like when you were about to go into Pizza Hut to order a pizza pie, this random chunky dude with a ponytail would be like, "Say, oh, you want to buy a pizza $5?" And I'm like, $5? I think I mentioned them before. They used to sell pizza for $5 on the streets. I'd offer them four, and they'd take my four. Um, that's like if Pizza Hut said that guy was stealing custom. Well, I guess he would steal a customer. I still don't think it's theft. I don't agree with that theft. I don't agree with that theft. Mr. Jones said, I remember the guy who was pissed at GameStop. That he quit, only charged people 25 cents. God dang, I mean, yeah. I used to actually, when I was at GameStop, there were quite a few times where I'd be like, well, like kids would come in with their piggy banks, and I'd be like, I'll mark it down. Here, pay this much. Especially if it was a used game, I'm like, get it out of the store. It was called it was building a customer base. That's what I was doing. Marty says, yeah, we had pizza earlier today. In fact, I probably have a slice after this show. Mr. Jones says the district manager was a tool and no one liked him, but he got fired because it happened at his home store. Oh, when he wasn't there because he was visiting his other stores. Dude, if his name was Lucas, good. That was our district manager. Couldn't stand the guy. Please tell me his name was Lucas. Please tell me it was Lucas's store. I can't remember which store he worked out of. But if it was Lucas, screw that guy. So we had a district manager named Lucas at GameStop. EB Games. It was EB Games at the time. Um, he we had a Madden midnight release, and so they were like, yeah, wear football gear, whatever, blah blah. So I was rocking. What was I wearing? I think I was wearing a UT shirt, a UT football shirt, and like the store manager, he was wearing a Dallas Cowboys jersey, and the assistant manager was wearing a jersey as well. It was a college. I can't remember which college it was. Um, People coming in, we're having all kinds of fun. This fool, the district manager, comes in with a hockey jersey, and we're like, I don't think you got the memo. It was football. It's really football related. He's like, oh guys, it's a sports theme. It's a sports theme. I was like, it's Madden release, man. It's football. Like I'm barely skirting by because I got college football. But he was that dude was annoying. So I'm hoping it's Lucas. Let me read on. Lucky Butter says, yeah, that seems silly for GameStop to label it that way. I mean, they've been stealing for years. Mr. Jones says, I remember this one time, I might still have the video. This kid came in trying to get his mom to buy him GTA. He didn't think I could speak Spanish, and I told her everything that was in it. Dude, that happens so many times, man. Kids up here lying to their parents about GTA. Mr. Jones says, Nardian was this dude named Arby. That's a real name? I thought that was made up for the restaurant. They they called him hot dog lips. Oh man. Original is Darren. Thank you so most of Texas. Okay, I do believe I met a Darren. I want to say I met a Darren. That wait, but I want to go back to Arby's and Arby and hot dog lips. Wait, was that a racist thing? If so, that's messed up. I take it back. If it wasn't, that's hilarious. Uh, hot dog lips. First of all, his name is Arby. I didn't think that was a real name. And if you're named Arby, go work at Arby's. Like, that's what your calling is, man. Go work at Arby's. Like, if my last name was McDonald, I'll be working at McDonald's. That way, all my clothing would have my name on it. Arby totally missed the memo. Go work at Arby's, dude. You get your name on everything. I just realized I don't have his sword in his hand. Uh, Herbert Arby Barnes. Oh God, that's even worse when you mention all of his names. Herbert Arby. Oh man, what two parents were all like, "Hey, you know what's a good name? Herbert." Like, what's a good, strong middle name? Arby. Herbert Arby Barnes. If I recall, he's still suing the company for racial discrimination linked to why he was fired. Oh, okay. Well, if there was racial discrimination, I hope he wins. Darren was. Mark Z says that's a stressful sounding name. Can you imagine, like, if he got in trouble when he's a little kid, his mom calls out all his names? Herbie Arbery. Herbie. Dude, did he go by Herbie? Oh, man. Herbert Arby Barnes, and then she probably just hates herself having to say that. I think I'm gonna start saying that as my fake name when I give my fake name out to people. They're gonna be like, "Hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you, sir. What's your name?" Like when you're walking through Walmart, and they're like, "Hey, sir, who do you have for your internet provider?" I'll be like, "Put it right there, partner. Herbert R.P. Barnes at your service." Herbie Arbert. I like that. Herbie Arbert. He went by Arby. We just refer to him Mr. Hot Dog Lips. What? Oh man. Cause are they plump when you cook them? When I need refreshment, I reach for the cold, smooth taste of Pepsi Cola. I did my part. Now, let's go see my stock. Oh, Milk Dudhead. What? Why does everything associated with food? His name is Arby, and y'all called him everything that Arby's does not sell. HRB Barnes. Actually, that sounds kind of dope. Uh, HRB Barnes, like, yeah. I would see like if someone was all like, "Hey, did you get that new science fiction novel from H.R.B. Barnes?" Like, I did. I got him to sign it. Like, oh, cool. Was he at Barnes and Nobles? He was. Now one next to the Arby's. Dude, he could have worked at Barnes and Noble. That would have even worked too. Sounds like ambulance chasing lawyer. Have you been injured in an accident? Let H.R.B. Barnes settle your claim. And then they like list off a bunch of places that they've sued before. Marksy says, remember Herbert the car? Very formal with them. You mean Herbie the love bug? Marksy's like, no, Herbert the Lincoln Continental. uh, yeah, they made a remake with I think Lindsay Lohan was in it, or Justin Long, maybe. I don't know. I think it was Lindsay Lohan. Herbie the love bug. I saw that movie I think one time, and I was like, that's enough. I mean the old one. I didn't even see the other one. Or he said that dude, Herbie the Love Bug. Herbie the Love Bug, son to Herbert, the Lincoln Continental. Mr. Jones says, I think he used to be DM for Foot Locker before he came to GameStop and knew nothing about video games. He once asked us why we didn't have hate. Dude, I used to hate it, man, when people would come in. Oh, I'm trying to get Super Mario Brothers for my kid. I'm like, all right, well, here you go. I was like, this one on GameCube, 3DS, or not 3DS, but DS, Game Boy. I'm trying to get it for Xbox. I'm like, oh god, like they don't make Mario for Xbox. I think you're mistaken. I'm like, I work at a video game store, you know, and I'm young. Why do you not think that I would know that they don't make Mario for the Xbox? It was the dumbest thing ever. Mad Logic 44 says, were you touched by? Wait, gotta get my HRB Barnes voice. All right. Were you touched by a Boy Scout in America? That sounds horrible. Were you touched by a Boy Scout in America? Call HRB Barnes and Associates. We'll help you settle your claims. That's all they ever say. We'll help you settle your claims. Mark C. What? You can never. You know what, Mark C. Um, if you're pretty, you can work at a GameStop because we had some girls that the store manager thought was pretty, and he hired them, and they didn't know anything about video games. One girl we had there, he said she was pretty. I was like, I don't know, man. I think we got difference of opinions. Um, he was like, yeah, I hired a pretty girl, to help us sell games. I'm like, could have just hired a dude that plays games, or an ugly chick that plays games, and could have sold games that way. And then she showed up, and I was like, okay, you hired an ugly girl, but she doesn't play any video games. She played one video game, and that was Final Fantasy VII. It's the only game she played. And I was like, all right, that's like a couple years old. We don't really sell Final Fantasy VII a whole lot because at the time I think it was going for $80 on PlayStation, and it made zero sense as to why he hired her. She would read the back of the boxes when people would ask her about the game, and she'd read it word for word off the back of the box. Like if it was Psychonauts, she'd be like, "Oh, join blah 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 in this adventure." I'm like, "Come on!" Like, and people would be like, "Nah, I'm alright." Walk off without it, and I'm like, "Great, now I have to go put that back because she don't know where it goes." Mesco 112 collected Herbie's Love Bug. Ooh, can you imagine they would have like soft good seats? Oh, that'd be dope. Lucky Buster says bad. Mark Z says don't give me hope. It was still dropped before the '89 Batman. Mr. Jones says, I hated those parents who didn't understand companies and properties. Heifer, you can't get Smash Bros. On Xbox. And they'd be like, my kid saw it on the internet. God, man, that was one thing, dude. Yeah. Jim Adler, Texas Hammer. The Texas Hammer still sounds like a porn name. I don't care how you slice that one. Uh, yo, son, yeah, Sonny, you know Michael Jordan played football for the Chicago Bulls. Let's see, Miss Jones. Oh, let me tell you about GameStop and managers hiring girls. Let's hear it. If you're pretty, flatter. That's what I'm hearing, Marcus. I'm just trying to flatter everyone. I flatter Mr. Jones. I was like, his artwork is amazing. Go follow him. Marcus Z, if you're pretty. Nasser, what's going on, man? Mr. Jones says one manager I've known for years, still there, particularly hires young girls, usually Asian, and becomes super friendly with them so you can hug and touch them as a friend later. It's weird. We did have when I worked at EB Games at Barn Creek Mall. Our assistant manager, what was her name? Bree, I think. She was pretty. She knew about video games. She didn't know anything about being an assistant manager though. Um, it kind of worked. She sold games because she knew what she was talking about, and she was pretty, so people would buy things from her. But the other one, yeah, I was like, Final Fantasy VII is all you know, and you're not attractive. I don't know. I don't know what's. I didn't, and she couldn't sell product because she didn't know anything about the game. So, but I never saw him touch her, so it wasn't weird, I guess. Lucky Brother says, Mark, the workers never knew anything about games either. You do perfect for them. That's true. I have gone to some Game Stops and buying my kids games, like a specific game that they want. Um, like what did my oldest want last time? Actually, I think I bought Smash Brothers. No, Mario Kart. Mario Kart. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna pick up this Mario Kart. Cause they're like, hey, can I help you with anything? I was like, I'll just pick up this Mario Kart. They're like, all right. They're like, hey, I don't know if you saw, but we do have these other games over here. And I'm like, okay. I'm looking at Switch games. Why would you direct me over to the PlayStation 4 in the back corner? It's kind of weird that he asked that. Oh, Miss Jones says, and play fight with them. That's always weird to me. Like, pretend domestic abuse is never funny. Marcus E says, I want to fight that manager now. Miss Jones said, oh, Marcus E, yeah, lots of people want to fight him. Ola, what's going on? It says, anyone remember Funko Land? Yes. All of our Funko Lands turned into EB games. But I believe Funko Land was also like a sister store to, I want to say it was called Rhino. Was it Rhino Games or something like that? Every time I used to get the Funko Land flyer, it says something about Rhino something on it too. Which someone there at Funko Land told me that was a different version of Funko Land. But all of our Funko Lands became EB games. Or they became Electronic Boutique first, and then EB games. Which also, I worked for EB games when they were still Electronic Boutique, which was very irritating when people would come in and they'd be like, I'm just trying to see what kind of CB radios y'all have. I'm like, yeah, we sell video games, so I can't help you with your CB radio search, but we have Tetris. And they'd be like, oh no, I'm okay. What do y'all have for TVs? And I'm like, ugh, still, dude, look at our little 20 by 20 foot store, man. You see TVs in here? I'd direct them to Target where I had just quit. I'd be like, yeah, there's a Target down the street. Tell them Sonny sent you. Miss Jones says, at Mark's G, he got told about himself by everyone on Facebook a few months ago, and he lost. What? GameStop is all I have. Oh, that's so weird. Miss Jones says that man needs to be arrested. Yeah, that's really weird, dude. That's a weird hugging Asian people fetish. Lucky Butter says, Mark, see, when I go into my games, I always ask simple questions about games, and they never seem to know the answers. So that's the bad part about GameStop. Like the best thing would have been to hire people that play different genres of games. Because if you hire people that all play RPGs, they're not gonna know anything about sports or fighting or action or first-person shooters. But if you hire people that play different types, it works out. Like when I worked there, I played racing games, uh, what is it called, sandbox games, and first-person shooters. Every now and then, well, I play Fight Night too, so I played a few little sports games. Then we had another dude who played RPGs and adventure games. Then another guy who played sports games mostly, as well as like more casual games or like puzzle games. So it worked. We always had somebody who knew something about the game, but now I go in and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I don't even play these games. I play some. They like play some random game on the internet." I'm like, "Okay, it's not gonna help me." I'm like, "What do you think about this game right here?" And they'd be like, I don't know about that one, but I play Sudoku on my cell phone and it's amazing." Ms. Jones says that Mark C. He also got in trouble some years ago for HR for sexual harassment issue. Another coworker reported. He what? He would let this one young girl stay at his apartment. Oh man, that dude just sounds bad, man. Across the street where he lived, and he come to work bragging to us the next day. Guess who stayed at my apartment last night? Fell asleep on my lap too. Mm, yeah, that guy. Ugh. Does he run that toy shop you were talking about? Misfit Toys? That guy seems like an outstanding citizen. Yeah, that's really weird. Talking to people is hard. It's like if it's toys, I can work with that though. Dude, people used to come to Target and ask me all kinds of questions. I'm like, I can't answer this. They'd be like, excuse me, which of these would you recommend? They'd have like two boxes of condoms. I'm like, I don't know, dude. Whatever size you are, man. I don't know the difference. I'm not gonna look for you, man. So just need you to pick one and go away from me. Or they'd be like, yeah, I don't know which of these coffee brands are better. And I'm like, I don't know. Like you like spending money, get the more expensive one. They'd be like, oh, that's good. That's good. That doesn't make sense. Like that doesn't make sense. That makes zero sense. I don't drink coffee, so I don't have a clue. But like, and the thing was at Target, they would like get me from my section and take me over there to the other section, which made no sense. I'm like, I don't know anything about this. I feel like people that work at Fry's. Miss Jones says, Marcus G, yeah, he got let go from his previous job. He's been at GameStop for over a decade now. After his divorce, he's been holding on to a job 'cause, as he put it, it's all I have. Oh man, oh yeah, that's so sad and weird at the same time. Mr. Joseph, I'm stuck between spiritually and mentally vomiting. This is what I'm experiencing. Mark C, my wife asks, why are y'all still friends with him? Talk to him. Because we need to keep an eye on him. Yeah, you know what? That's true. We don't talk to him. We just need to keep him in our sights. I know the feeling, man. Because sometimes you're like, man, I gotta see this car crash all the way through. Like I already know it. I gotta see how it ends. Make sure it doesn't end catastrophically. So I get you, man. I get you. Mr. Jones, watch the language there. He says, yeah, I know Jack Diddley squat about sports ball, so I was no use during Madden releases. Lucky Butter says, Mark C, it can be tough for sure. I enjoy talking with people, but I never initiate the conversations. I've tried initiating conversations, but people don't want to talk to me, which I get it. It's understandable. Like, I'll be in the toy aisle, and I'll be looking at stuff, and then someone else will grab something similar, and I'll be like, oh, you collect that line? And they put it back on the shelf, and they're like, no, and then they walk off. And I'm like, if I see you over there with a Funko Pops, I'm gonna punch you in the face, dude. Lucky Butter says, Mr. Jones, I feel like they always schedule you for sports game releases. Mr. Jones says, there was this one Jamaican lady who would come in with her 4 kids flirting with me. I was not interested. She came in with a GameCube for trade one day, put it on the counter, roaches ran out. Oh man, that was the worst thing about taking in those systems for trade. We had we had one with roaches, had one just completely filled with spider webs in the expansion bay of the PlayStation. Uh, had one that had weed in it. Had one that had a pack of cigarettes in it. The dude told his wife he quit smoking. He stuck them in there. Had one that had condoms in it. They weren't used. They were brand new. But either way, I was like, man, like the expansion bay on the PlayStation 2 is not a secret stash spot. Like, stop doing that. But yeah, we did have one with roaches. That was gross. Mark C said, look, but I feel you. I know when I'm in a store and when employees ask me a bunch of questions, I panic a little. One word answers them to death. The Asian fetish fetish the Asian fetishizing thing annoys me. It's cringy, stupid, and creepy. I couldn't even get that word out of my mouth, dude. Mr. Jones said, "Lucky Butter, nah, they knew better. But when people would ask me about the new Manor MLB, I'd be like, go ask the other guy. You know what? It would be safe if y'all like, hey, do you like the one from last year? They're like, yeah, you should buy this one. That's the safest bet right there. When you're trying to sell a sports game, people would ask me all the time about FIFA, and I'm like, I don't play soccer. I know I have a soccer hat on right now, but I was like, I don't play soccer. I play FIFA Street. You want to talk about that one? Mark C says, Lucky Butter and man, it's horrible when they stare at me throughout the store like they think I'm shoplifting. I'm like, I'm a good noodle, I swear. Mark C, I'm one of the good ones. I've actually told somebody that before. Security was following me. And I said, chill, I'm one of the good ones. And that made him feel, I think it made him feel a little weird because they didn't watch me after that. Or they believed me. One or the other. Mr. Jones says, Mark Z, well, the girl they stayed at his apartment allegedly, I'm actually friends with. I think she was only 17 at the time. I don't talk about with her, so I don't know the whole story. She wasn't Asian, though. So then nothing probably happened. Because that doesn't do it. Mr. Jones said, I remember this one time these kids came in trying to get cash, and I was like, we ain't got no cash. And dude's like, when you open that register, I'll see if you ain't got none. Is that a threat? I don't whoop that dude. Rick Jones says cockroaches are the grossest. Speaking of cockroaches, go make sure y'all pick up Mezco products. Gomez is amazing. That's in case Mezco's watching. They'll be like, oh man, Sonny gave us a push. Yeah, it's still it's still creepy. Yeah. Let's see. Lucky Butter says, Mark C, that sucks, man. When I shopped in Korea, the employees follow you around because they wanted to help you the moment you needed help. I've never been to South Korea. I wouldn't know. Someone with when he wasn't looking and hid the cash under the drawer. So when I rang him up, he leaned over the counter and was like, "Man, you know what? In order for us to give cash, though, we had to get receipt. Not receipt. License or an ID. And luckily, one of the stores I worked at was in the ghetto, so nobody had an ID. So it was store credit for the most part. Lucky Buster says it was just their custom. And now I've been to small towns and like I walk into the mall and everyone's like, "How are you doing today, sir?" I'm like, "I'm good, I'm good." I look at one shirt and they're like, "Did you know what size you need? If you don't have it out there on the rack, we might have it in the back. I can definitely go look for you." I'm like, "All right, calm down, chill. I'm from a larger city. I'm not used to this. You need to slow your roll. You're scaring me at this point." And they'd be like, "Okay, well if you need anything, let us know." I'm like, "All right." So I get it. I get it. I'm just not used to it. I'm used to security following me around like that. I'm used to. Like, I'm used to people following me and not offering to help me. Marcus, he said, Lucky Butter, I've had one good experience. It was unintentional, but the employee was helpful and she got me to buy something. Ooh, that's what they get you right there. Mr. Jones, I'll never forget the lady who got mad at me because I wouldn't let her kid return a game he opened for cashback. I told her it had to be defective, so that to do that, so she was like, sell me another one. Oh man. Jay Spix says, so nice you think they trying to scam you. The Koreans? I think so. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Wait, who's trying to scam me? Now I'm confused, man. But what up, Jay Spix? Lucky Butter says, yeah, the other day I figured out my license would expire because the GameStop employee needed my driver's license to give me store credit. To give you store credit? Nah, we didn't care about store credit. But for cash, we did make you have a license. I think to this day I have not sold anything to GameStop. I kept it all. Or I lost it all when I moved. I lost some things. I can't find everything. Olu says, you ever play Marvel Heroes Omega? I have not. I haven't played video games in a long time. Like When I play video games, it's with my kids, and it's usually Minecraft or yeah, it's usually Minecraft that we play. My little one's obsessed with Minecraft still. He just got the Sonic the Hedgehog skin pack or whatever, so he's been on that. He plays Roblox too. I don't play Roblox. I just design whatever clothes he wants for it. So in my resume, I'm start putting out my fashion designer for Roblox. Lucky Butter says things have changed with GameStop. Miss Jones says, but we didn't have any, so I made her go to a different store. I called ahead to let Jose know, and he was like, I got you. She got there and tried to exchange a new one. He was like, nope. You know, we did that too, man. We would call, well, I would usually be the one receiving the phone call. But yeah, we'd receive phone calls from other stores like, hey, if this person tries to go in, don't do that. All right, cool. It was Madden 22. I wasn't feeling it at all. Whoa, I never returned games or trade them in, but that game needs to go. Really? My kid's Madden 22? I think my kid has Madden 22. Oh, J6 said, I like that you're trying to blame your kid for your Minecraft addiction. You know, when he was first born, when the little one was first born, I would stay up really late at night to make sure that, what is it called? SIDS? Yeah, so he wasn't a victim of SIDS. I, I was paranoid with this whole SIDS idea, okay? Um, I got a homie named Big Sid, and I was like, I don't even like saying his name at this point now that I have a child who is capable of having SIDS. For people who don't know what SIDS is, it's sudden infant death syndrome. There's like no explanation for it. Some people think they suffocate in their sleep. Some people think they choke on their spit in their sleep. Either way, it weirded me out. I couldn't sleep, so I'd stay awake, and I'd usually play Minecraft. I wouldn't play Minecraft. I'd build stuff in Minecraft, and I'd like wake up the next morning. I'd look at them like this looks terrible. It looks nothing like those people that are amazing at Minecraft. So then I just blow it all up with dynamite or TNT. But I think after about a year old, I kind of was like, okay, I don't know if he's an infant still. I don't know if SIDS can still affect him. I've never heard of SOIDS, which is like sudden 1 year old death syndrome. So I was able to sleep then, and I stopped playing Minecraft. But then he got into it probably about 2, 3 years ago, and he still plays on it. But I did have slight Minecraft addiction at one point. Now I don't, but before I did. Miss Jones says, so she came back to my store and I was in the back and heard her yelling, "You tell Chris." Oh, can I use your government name? Because you just used it. You tell Chris. I know he called Jose and here, hearsay will get you killed. Dang. Actually, I've been threatened a few times. It's fun. I haven't bought anything from GameStop, but I go there often because my friend works there. Dude, check out their action figures. A lot of times they have them on clearance. Well, not a lot of times, but they have some on clearance. I don't have kids, and you're making me feel cautious. Dude, SIDS is ridiculous, man. Like, I mean, I knew about it, but it didn't affect me until like I had a kid, and I'm like, holy crap, I can't be like this. SIDS is a real thing. This is I play Minecraft all night because I'm worried about me dying of sudden old death syndrome. Oh man, no, but yeah, man, SIDS like before I had an infant with me, it was really weird. Like I had never cared about any of this stuff. But like when my wife was pregnant, I stopped saying my stillborn joke. I didn't say it at all for I guess we knew for like 7 months. For that 7 months, I never said that joke. Um, so I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to say the stillborn joke. Everybody laughs and I jinx myself. But yeah, it was all kinds of crazy stuff like that, man. See, Matt Logic 44, he gets me. He knows about Builder Square. He says it's the same way with his first kid too, all paranoid about SIDS. Would wake up and check on her breathing all the time. Thank you, man. And sometimes you're like, oh, yeah, I'm just gonna wake this one up to see. Yeah, okay, crying. He's crying now. All right, he's good. He's good. He's good. I be like tell my boy, hey, go ahead and take care of him. He's good. He's still breathing. I'm gonna go to sleep while you rock him. But he's breathing. He's breathing. I got you. I checked on him. It should be all mad. Mr. Jones says I was robbed at GameStop when I was an assistant manager. Dude put a gun in my face and I thought I was gonna die. I quit right after he left. Man, that sucks, dude. Lucky Butter says he never heard about that. I wasn't worried about my kids. They're pretty durable. The wife, however, I often put my face next to hers when she sleeps to make sure she's still alive. If she's not snoring, I worry. Man, nah, man, like, and I tell people too, like, to this day, like, when I sleep pretty much, I don't really move very much. Because when my wife was pregnant, I didn't want to hit her stomach. So I trained myself to sleep one spot. I'm slowly breaking that habit, I realized. Um, and then I'll like run to my kid's bedroom and check on him, make sure he's breathing. But yeah, no, SIDS is a real thing. Lucky Butter says that's a bummer, man. That's a bummer about having to check on your wife to make sure she's breathing. No, I realize he's talking about the gunpoint thing. Mark C said this is getting deep. Dude, SIDS is real. I'm telling you that right now. Loki says I don't have a kid, but I check on my dog often when he sleeps, check if he's still breathing. See, all right. Um, sudden dog death syndrome, I guess, will be how it would be. Jay Smith says, no, so I know your wife watches your live sometimes. Yeah, for sure, SODS is a thing. Mr. Jones says, yeah, apparently I stop breathing all the time when I sleep, and that scares the wife. Yeah, that's sleep apnea, man. That's how Pimp C died. Well, Pimp C died because he had sleep apnea, but he had sipped on some syrup before, and his body checked out. When his heart stopped, his body was just done. Because of the drugs in him as well, I believe. Uh, oh, thank you. It's like me and Matt Logic are the same person. Build a square. Scared of SIDS. Trained to sleep like that. See, yeah, Jay's Fix says, Mr. Jones, that's sleep apnea. Yeah, man, you gotta go get a CPAP machine. Sleep apnea when you stop breathing. Yeah, man, that's a serious thing, dude. You gotta go do a sleep study. They'll hook up some wires to you, and then they'll give you this little machine that you put on your face. And let me see. Actually have a figure that has. Let's see. So you look like that when you go to sleep at night. You have your little CPAP machine, and I mean you look cool when you're sleeping. You get to have a mask on, but you need that so it keeps you breathing, dude. Mr. Jones says, "Oh, let me add that to my growing list of things probably wrong with me." Two places to never go get yourself diagnosed: WebMD and the Sonny Channel live stream. Jay Spick says, Mr. Jones, eat healthier and exercise. I recommend getting a mask attached to your face at night to breathe for you. Mark C says, I think sometimes I forget to breathe, like when I'm distracted working on something. Okay, I don't. That might be awake apnea. I'm not sure if there's an awake apnea. Um, let's Google awake apnea real quick. That might be a thing. If not, I totally say we should. That's what we should call it. Oh, hold up. Awake apnea is a thing. Though most people view the condition as more severe at night, patients may also have breathing difficulties while awake. Alright, so that is actually awake apnea. Marcus D, you may have awake apnea, dude. Mr. Jones says, I've been working out and trying to eat better last month or so. Hey, that's good. I tell myself I'm going to do that, and I don't. Mad Logic maybe not that big. We do sound like Darth Vader all night. Yes, you do. My dad uses one of that. One of those. He's not like, oh, don't say that on the internet. He tells people he uses it. Um, but yeah, you're gonna sound like the whole night. So it's something you gotta get used to. Jay Speak says it'll go away once you start adding more cardio and less bad fats to your diet. Bad fats. Bad fats sounds like a cool tag name. Like Butter says, Mr. Jones, my dad has sleep apnea, and he said once he gave the machine a try, it was a night and a day difference. He felt 20 years younger with the rest he was getting. Yeah, plus you don't stop breathing. So that's always good. Uh, yes, this has become. I'm gonna start a new health blog, but you tell me what's wrong with you. Um, let's see. People say I have insomnia. I don't think that's true. I sleep for a few hours, but like as soon as I go to sleep, I'm out. Like I don't have trouble falling asleep if I want to go to sleep. So that's not really a health issue. Um, we'll figure out my health issues. Actually, did I tell you? I think I told you when I had a health assessment done. They said that my bad cholesterol would have been worrisome if I was 70 years old. So there's that. They told me to stop eating so much fried food, and I was like, that's racist. Mr. Jones says, yeah, I think my dad has it. Man, I think you have it, dude. Can't be falling asleep. I mean, can't be stop breathing. Marksy says he has a lot wrong with him. Comparing elements with Sonny. I should have titled that for this episode. I was like, we're going to talk about Doctor Strange. We're going to talk about Miss Marvel. No, we're going to talk about what is wrong with your health and your life and SIDS. I think we did a whole 40-minute expo on SIDS today. And SODS. And SODS. Can't forget Jace Figs SODS right there. Mr. Jones says, well, so there's a chance I have sleep apnea, diabetes, cancer, and who knows what else. Dude, yeah, you need to go make sure you get all that checked, man. Like people tell me, they're like, oh, you should get checked for cancer. I'm like, I grew up with a power plant at the end of my block. It's a matter of time at this point. Marcus, he says, Sonny, aka Dr. Science. Dude, WebMD, man. So one day I have a mole on my leg and I sliced it open with the box. And I was like, oh no, am I gonna die? What do I do? I Googled what happens if you cut a mole. WebMD was like, you're gonna get cancer somehow. I was like, dang it, WebMD. Why do you always point to cancer, man? It's like you would think that WebMD had cancer treatment medicine they wanted to sell you, with as much as they tell you what you have is cancer. Mr. Jones says, I just don't like doctors. I'm kind of already a miserable person. What? I always tell people if I go to a doctor and get diagnosed. You know what? I don't know. I don't go to the doctor very often, so I can't really. Yeah, I can't talk on that. You gotta talk to somebody who goes to the doctor. I don't do the doctor thing. I when I broke my toe, I just walked it off. When I fractured my shin, I just walked it off. Well, so when I broke my toe, I also had a fever like maybe 3 weeks later. So I went to the doctor and they were like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you have a fever. We're gonna give you this medicine." Because I had a little kid, so I was like, I don't want to get him sick." And they're like, "Is there anything else?" And I said, "If you look at my foot, it's purple." And they're like, "Oh, wow." They took an X-ray. They're like, "Yeah, you broke your toe. There's nothing we can do about it." I was like, "All right, see y'all later." Then when I fractured my shin, I went because my entire foot was purple, and I was like, "Yeah, I go. I think something broke." And I took off my sock, and the doctor was like, "Whoa." And I was like, yeah, it's not supposed to look like that, right? She's like, nah. She said it looked like it was healing from a fracture, so there was nothing they could do about it. She was like, and then they told me to stop playing sports. I'm like, all right. It's like, I guess. Uh, Oh, Marcus E says Miss Marvel's pretty good. Just one scene took me out, but I like the aesthetic it has. Has everybody seen Miss Marvel before we start here? Has everyone seen Miss Marvel? I don't want to spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it. Uh, oh, I be the same. Jay Spick says WebMD is sponsored by cancer itself. According to WebMD, I'm dying from cancer, radiation poisoning, diabetes, Parkinson's, and polymastia. Is that where you have multiple wives? That seems like a recipe for murder. Doctors of bad luck, everybody knows that. There you go. They always have bad news. Yeah, actually, one time I checked for something on WebMD and it said I might have had it inflamed ovaries. I was like, yeah, I don't think that's it. Unless my parents didn't tell me something. But then I had a kid, so I'm like, all right, I don't have ovaries. Mark's doctors have beef with apples. Always carry apples with you. That's true. It's like garlic to a vampire. Apples to a doctor are like garlic to a vampire. Ms. Jones says doctors want money. I spent over 6K at the dentist this past month, and part of me feels like I didn't need this final root canal, and he just want to get paid. Dude, I just had to go to the dentist the other day. Um, I got popcorn kernel jammed into my gum. They had to actually pull it out of my gum and repair my tooth a little bit. And they were like, "Yeah, do you know why I did that?" And I was like, "Probably 'cause my teeth are like apart like this." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna put some filling in there to make them like this." I was like, "Do what you gotta do, man." Ever since they pulled out my teeth just do whatever they feel like doing. But they did cost me a couple $100 to get that fixed. Miss Jones says he's seen Ms. Marvel. All right. Mad Logic 44 said liked it much more than I expected to. Oh, Rick Jones gives it a B plus. Not great, but pretty good. Jay Spick says, yeah, Miss Marvel's great. Into the Spider Verse vibes. That I did get. I did get the Into the Spider Verse vibe, but I don't know if I like the show yet. Like the other shows, I saw the first episode and I was like, oh, I gotta see the second episode. I didn't feel that with Ms. Marvel. I don't know if it's I don't know. I don't know what it is. But like I thought it was okay. Um of course it has teenage actors, so they don't always act very well. The popular girl or whatever she's supposed to be, um I think was a terrible actress. Uh the mom was like I liked the mom character at first, and then all of a sudden I was like, I don't know, I'm not feeling her anymore. Uh, the dad looked really heartbroken in that one scene. I felt bad. I was like, man, I hope I never have to go through that right there. Uh, Mr. Jones says polymeshers have. Oh, that's right, extra boobs, extra boobs. Uh, beef apples. Ugh. I don't know if that sounds good or not. Polymeshers is what the dude in Fight Club had. Rick Jones says Ms. Marvel was good for a first pilot episode. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess it was for a pilot episode. Yeah. They clearly did. And now I got beef with Dog and WebMD. Miss Marvel was relatable, like her interactions with her family. Yeah, that was good too. The whole brother dynamic was cool, especially when he stuck up for her. Man, y'all making me change my mind. And y'all making me think that I like the show. I mean, it was okay. I feel better about it than I did about Hawkeye. So there's that. The one scene that took me out has a valid explanation, but in the moment I was like, Wait, what moment was it? It seems all six of us have seen it. Mark C says the actress for Kamala is doing a good job so far. Yeah, I think so. I think she's doing a pretty good job. Jay Six says, so they're talking Miss Marvel, not Captain Marvel. You're describing Captain Marvel. No, I mean, I don't know, man. It's cool. Her little, like, her obsession with Captain Marvel is kind of overboard. Although I've never had an obsession like that, so I don't. Mrs. Jones said, I like the Weekend song. My wife didn't want to watch it, and I threw it on, and the Weekend came on, and she immediately popped her head up, and she's like, why do they have to do this and get my attention? I was like, it's to get your attention, put you something that you know, get you into the mood to watch something. No, but yeah, her obsession with Captain Marvel is a little bit too much. It kind of makes me think that she's gonna become a villain later on in the MCU, where she tries to take out all of the Avengers and wear their skin. Oh, Loki says I haven't seen it, but I don't mind spoilers. Yeah, we haven't spoiled much, but okay. Mark's about to spoil it right now. Oh, all right. Sorry, Loki. Let me see. Marcus E says, spoiler alert. It was where Kamala's brace works and she didn't save the popular girl at the con. I get it, she had no idea how to use her powers and probably was in shock. I was immersed in the panic. That's where I was kind of like, like she saw her swinging and she didn't do anything. Yeah. Isn't her obsession with Captain Marvel canon to the comic? I'm almost sure it is. Well, with superheroes in general, they lean into it in the Avengers game too. I see. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the character, but like my kid has some Spider-Man books that she pops out in, but she's more like Spider-Man's friend, so I don't know how the comics dealt with her. Her obsession with Captain Marvel was normal. I see people like that on the internet all the time. That's true. That's true. There are people like that on the internet, but they're also sometimes on the FBI watch list. So, like your butter says, maybe she will turn into the taskmaster. Okay, Locust, it is cool. Yeah, I mean, what he said wasn't too much of a spoiler. We know that she gets her powers in the show. It's her origin story for it. Um, but I don't know. The obsession seemed a bit much. Like I've seen movies, or I've known people that have been obsessed with something and they didn't even put it on as much as she did. But it was alright though. It was still good. Oh, Sweet did it. She's a villain. Or Captain Marvel is a villain. I meant Miss Marvel. Let's see. Like she writes superhero fanfic in the game too and attends an Avengers celebration. See, that's okay, but like I don't know. Some of it was a bit much. Mad Logic says the 80-pound girl got hit with the hammer of Thor. How is she not dead? Yeah. Uh, I mean she caught it. She caught the hammer, I guess. Mr. Jones said, but I think the way she is in the show is in line with the comics. All right, if that's the way it is, then okay. Still, I think it was a bit much. If I was reading the comic, I'd be like, this is a bit much. I know I have a few issues around here somewhere. Upload them to Mega Upload or Kazaa, and I'll download them later. Mark C says, when the show talked about Kamala needing to figure out her future after high school, that really took me back to high school me. That didn't take me back. I got accepted into ITT Tech in ninth grade. That is not a brag either. Like that, I I expect y'all to feel sorry for me after I just said that, but yeah, no, I didn't have to worry about it after high school. I already knew what I was doing. The creator said her powers will evolve during the show. Yeah, I mean, they showed it. I mean, they showed how she got her powers, which I'm assuming they would evolve during the show. Uh, but Marcus G agrees. She should have got killed. Yeah, the girl should have died. Like she got hit with that hammer. She should have died. She didn't. But she should have. Ms. Jones says ITT Tech. Here we go. No, but I mean, it was. I liked her friend in the show. He was a good character. He's doing a good job. The actor is playing him as well. What did he go as Tony Stark to the convention? But yeah, he did a good job in the show. The driver's ed scene was funny. I like that part. Um, like I said, the parents were cool. The mom at the whole cufflink thing, that was kind of, as soon as that happened, I was like, oh, that's how she gets her power. I was like, you could have been more subtle, but still, it was all right. Marcy says the girl should have died. Whoa, she should have, man. She got smashed. Uh, Thor smash. She's a huge fangirl in the books, from what I recall. It's kind of in line. I can't speak to this personally. From what I've heard, the Indian representation is spot on. No, like, so that was one thing where I was kind of like, because she's Muslim in there, and I was like, okay, they're playing that real heavy, but I'm like, I don't know the culture very much. Like I've known Indian people. I don't know what their family culture is like. Well, not to a great extent, but I was like, if that's the way it's played up and that's how it is, cool. That's cool that they got it that believable. Um, Pakistani. There you go. Uh, the Adventures Convention had a lot of heavy, precarious decorations. It actually made me feel like the first time that I saw Kim's Convenience. The first episode I saw of Kim's Convenience, it was like me being a Hispanic person looking into a Korean lifestyle and what a Korean family is supposed to look like versus like on a movie where they show you, oh, this is a Korean character, they're a sub character, and they just put like stereotypes into it. That's kind of how I felt with Miss Marvel when I watched Kim's Convenience. I was like, wow, this is a different dynamic from the typical stereotypes that I see. There's the same thing with Miss Marvel, so that was cool. I did like that part to it. Man Logic says, sorry, see Pakistani. You heard Disney got the rights to make Dragon Ball Z live action movies? Oh, I did not hear that. Um, that would be cool if they could pull it off. I never saw the other Dragon Ball Z movie with the dude from Shameless because everybody told me it sucked. So I was like, all right, not gonna watch it. She's Pakistani Arabic. Rick Jones says my theory is she sees the jinn when she went into that other world. Mm, that's a good theory. At J6, don't you put that evil on us, Ricky Bobby. No, I did see the trailer to Black Adam. That looks cool. Well, I like The Rock, so I'll watch that. Even though it's part of I think it's part of the DC extended universe. But I like Shazam too, and it's supposed to be a spin-off of Shazam. So I'm hoping that Shazam actually shows up, but we'll see. They want to do it like Marvel, but Dragon Ball Z. I don't know that that's gonna fly very well. I think they should do like a one and done or maybe a trilogy. I don't know about a whole shared universe though. Mark C says the Black Adam figure from McFarlane looks pretty good. It does. It actually does look pretty good. I know Toy Farce posted that meme where they show the Rock next to the figure and like, or they show the Rock and then they show the Rock with the McFarlane proportions. It looks pretty funny, but the figure still looks pretty good. They can only do regular Dragon Ball. Ah, that sucks. They should do the whole Dragon Ball Z. Mark C says, yeah, it's part of the DCEU. Right? Okay. So, Wonder Woman? I don't know. I just need Gal Gadot to show up in every single of the movies of any DC extended universe movie. Mr. Jones says since they got Fox. Fox owns Dragon Ball? Well, there's that Dragon Ball. Was it Super? The movie coming out? I saw that SH Figure Arts or Bandai Takashi. Is that the name? Tana. I can't remember who they merged with. Bandai Tamashi. Bandai Tamashi Nations. That's the one. Uh, they released some figures from the Dragon Ball. I think it's Dragon Ball Super. Is it Super? Those figures look cool, and they're only available through that website. Miss Jones says they can't do Dragon Ball Z. Sadly, even letting them touch regular Dragon Ball worries me. And Black Adam Shazam should definitely appear at least once. Okay, see, that's why I was like, it should. I don't know if he will. Of course, it's DC Extended Universe, so they'll probably throw an Amber Heard for no reason. Mark C says, yeah, Flash, Aquaman 2, Black Adam, Shazam 2, Batgirl, Blue Beetle are latest DCEU films as far as I know. But Flash got like I want to say, it got a indefinite delay, I think. So I don't know. That film seems like it's not gonna come out. Fox did the original American Dragon Ball movie. Oh, interesting. Black Adam was referenced to in the first Shazam movie, not seen though. Was he? I gotta go back and watch that one. I actually did enjoy Shazam. I thought that was a pretty good movie. I need to go back and watch it though. American Dragon Ball will be terrible again. Eeh. Maybe they'll get Tom Cruise in there. He can play Asians easily. Wait, yeah, I guess they would be. Jay Spix says if they do regular Dragon Ball and it works, Disney definitely getting Z in anything they want. That's true. If Disney can get make money off of it, they can get whatever they want. So Disney got Fox, they got the rights to Dragon Ball live action, not Z, X-Men, Deadpool, and Fantastic Four. Yeah, okay, so has everybody seen Doctor Strange? Before I ruin it, because Doctor Strange, I got so many spoilers like 2 days before I went to go see it. I was like, it's my fault. It's been a month since it's been out, but I'm just saying that because Disney obviously they used their Fox acquisition for Doctor Strange. Okay, Mark C hasn't, so I won't say much. Mr. Jones says they want to make a Dragon Ball cinematic universe according to the article. See, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work. I think it will come out. WB put too much money into that film for not to be released. Yeah, but they have like a similar situation to the Amber Heard thing with Ezra Miller. So I don't know. Surprised you weren't in Dragon Ball movie. Didn't they film a lot of that in Austin? I don't think Dragon Ball was filmed in Austin. I know some people got auditions, but I don't think it was filmed here. Mark C says, now you're thinking Scarlett Johansson. San Antonio. It might have been San Antonio. I don't remember that. Flash was screened in the last month and did very well, according to reports. Film is scheduled for next year, but WB is in a tough spot, hoping bad press dies down by then. Yeah, man. Was it Ezra Miller? He's acting a fool out there, man. Mark C says red light for spoilers. Yeah, I won't ruin. I won't spoil it, man. Jay Spick says, man, the first Dragon Ball movie was straight. Dude, I never saw it. Like I said, everybody kept telling me it was terrible, so I was like, I don't see it then. Amber Heard is different only because her scenes can be left out, but it's hard for Ezra since they're the leading actor in nearly every scene. Yeah, yeah, I guess so. I mean, they could just all of a sudden be like, oh, new Flash. Mr. Jones says Amber Heard, Ezra Miller. Where's the Sonny scandal? I need a new scandal. I need a good scandal. There we go. Sonny is over party. Dragon Ball is filmed in Mexico. Oh, okay. I was like, I know some people that got the audition, but they were taped auditions. That's why I was like, I don't think it was here that they filmed it. But if it was San Antonio, it's kind of like Mexico. So I can see where the mistake could be made. Ezra, I don't know. I like them. I liked Ezra Miller as Flash. But yeah, all the antics in Hawaii and the punching pregnant women and stuff. Yeah, that ain't gonna fly. If he were like Anthony Starr, Tony Starr, and just punching regular people, I'd be okay with that. Mark C says, if for me, I would recast Flash at the very end of the film if it's loosely based on Flashpoint. I mean, they could just recast. I don't think anybody would mind. Like, nobody's really, I don't think, to my knowledge, I don't know anybody that's just like, oh man, Ezra Miller is Flash. So I think they could recast and be all right. Mr. Jones says, yeah, they try to make Dragon Ball but with elements of Z, probably because they knew Z was more popular. That makes sense. Ezra was alright in Zack Snyder's Justice League and a Peacemaker cameo, but I don't like Ezra. That movie was awful. I'm the idiot who bought the Blu-ray. Oh man, don't waste money like that. I don't know why they feel the need to make Dragon Ball live action. To make money. That's why. They should have just used the dude that played Flash on TV. That's what I heard that they're supposed to move towards. So maybe this movie will push towards that. But I did hear that part. And when I say I heard it, I meant I read it, or no, I think I heard that on Snapchat. So it could be totally wrong. Forget off screen. His Flash has been good so far, especially in the Snyder cut. Yeah, I mean I thought it was okay. But yeah, him punching pregnant women, I can't get with that. I didn't even want to roll over and accidentally slap my wife's stomach when the baby was in there. So punching pregnant women, not cool. Marcus C says I choose Lucas Till or Kyle Allen for the Flash. I think they should just make Michael Keaton the Flash. He's gonna be in it anyway. Ooh, Lucky Butters making you question your choices. They even kicked Akira Toriyama off set because he kept complaining about all the changes being made to his own creation. Dude, I've heard that with a few movies where the person who wrote the source material is on set causing issues, but really they're just like, why are y'all making these dumb choices about my for like the what they created? It's their creation, and they should. I feel like they should have a say, but sometimes people don't agree. Mr. Jones says, Lucky Butter, sometimes owning watching bad movies is a guilty pleasure. That's true. Especially if it's part of a franchise I'm a fan of. Yeah. Um, Me and my parents saw a movie called Supernova in the theaters one time because we got there too late for the movie we wanted to see, which I can't even remember what movie it was. So Supernova is a pretty bad movie, and I saw it at EB Games when I was working there. Someone brought it in for trade, and it was like $3 for the movie. And I was like, I gotta buy this movie. It was a bad movie. I gotta buy. I don't know why I bought it, but I bought it. So now I own the movie Supernova on DVD. So Toriyama came out and was like, just look at it as a different universe, not not connected to my story. That's one way to be like, I don't agree with it. I understand what Mr. Jones said. That's why I watched the Batman. Oh man, Jay's Figure's trying to he's trying to start some stuff right now in the chat, man. That was a pretty good one. That was a pretty good one, Jay. Lucky Butter says, Mr. Jones, understandable. Yeah, I love the franchise too, but I've never got around to watching the live action movie. I will one day eventually, even if it's bad. Yeah. There's the first response, Jay. There's a first response for you. Miss Joseph's really bad. The whole time you'd be like, look what they did to my boy. Yeah, nah, man. I like I said, there's some movies where I'm like, okay, I'll watch it even if people say it's not that good. Dragon Ball was not one of them. I was like, nope. I'm gonna go ahead and listen to what the general public is saying about this movie. Actually, let me see. I'm trying to think. What was the last movie I saw that people were like, that's not a good movie, and I went and saw it anyway. Oh, Kung Pao, Into the Fist. That got killed by critics. I still went to go see it. What's the other one? I can't think of the other movies, but I mean, there are some movies I'm like, I gotta see how bad this is, and I did watch them. Oh, Jay Spig says Venom. Yes, Venom. Everybody told me was bad. I still watched. I enjoyed it. I think it's just because I like the character of Venom, so I think that's why I watched it. I think that's why I will tell people I like it, and I will say that about Venom 2 as well. I don't know why. They could make Venom a musical, and I'd be like, yeah, Venom 3 is amazing. I like the direction they went. They took some chances, and it paid off. And I hate musicals. Miss Jones says, like the last Airbender movie, it was all. I tried to watch that, and I gave up like really quick into the movie. I couldn't even tell you what it was about, dude. Marcus C says there's one movie I generally dislike, and I'm usually polite when it comes to films, but Snake Eyes or just maybe Beyond Disappointing. That's one that I do want to see, even though people keep telling me not to watch it. Matt Lodge 44 says I feel the way about Blade 3. Everyone hates it. I'll watch it anytime. I saw it one time. I don't even remember it. I need to watch it again. Actually, I need to watch all three Blade movies. I don't really remember them too much. Mr. Jones says, but I got friends who've never watched the cartoon and loved it. Airbender? I don't, I watched a few cartoons because my cousin used to watch it all the time. He was always at my house. Mr. Jones says, Lucky Butter says, Mr. Jones, I've heard the horror stories before, but I'll get around to it. And also, Airbender was rough. I like the Venom movies, not perfect, but I like them. I like them. Yeah, I like them, man. I'll say it. Lucky Butter says, Mr. Jones, they love the DB movie or Airbender, but never the animated show. Jace Figs didn't hate the last Airbender. Bender saw it on July 4th. I'm gonna read through that between the lines and say Jace Figs says the last Airbender is the best movie ever. Ooh, Miss Jones owns Snake Eyes on Blu-ray. Speaking of movies, has anyone seen Encanto? I've only seen Encanto like 48 times, I think. And I've only listened to the soundtrack maybe 268 times. That movie gets a lot of play, and that soundtrack gets a lot of play here in this house. Jay Spiggs agrees. Snake Eyes terrible. Miss Jones says I love Deadpool and Blade 3. His line about the Pomeranian is the one thing I'll never forget. Yeah, I need to check it out again. They loved Airbender but never saw the show. Airbunner. Did I say Airbunner? I don't know these things, man. Um, if you forget about G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes movie is watchable. Cause he talks, right? He talks in the movie. Even it does it even fall in line with what is it? G.I. Joe, Rise of Cobra, and Retribution. Retribution. Thank you for reminding me to listen. We don't talk about Bruno. There you go. Man, that song. Yeah, that song is constantly being played here. Like my Echo whatever thing I have that we play it on, it's so confused. Cause I'll be like Echo, play Yo Gotti. It'll be like playing soundtrack to Encanto on Amazon Music. I'm like, that's not what I said. They're like, that's what you meant. I'm like, dang it, got that right. Like Butter says, what a crime! I need to see the show. Also, strangely like the live action Mario Bros. Movie. Ooh, man, you know what? So I liked that movie when it came out. I thought it was okay. I thought the character designs were terrible. Um, and then I saw John Leguizamo do stand up and just like totally destroy the movie, and he ruined it for me. And I'm like, wow, I don't think I ever want to watch it again. I haven't watched it. We own it. We have it on DVD, but I haven't watched it since John Leguizamo told me that he hated it. He hated his experience on it. I was like, man, can't wait to be an actor like him. I also have friends who never read a comic book or watched any cartoons, but they love the Morbius movie. Oh, Morbius movie. Marks, you just bringing it back when y'all were talking about Encanto a month ago. I haven't seen it yet. Do you need to see it? I mean, it's alright. It's a pretty good movie. Jay Spix says, well, of course it. Hey, I always listen to Yo Gotti, man. You listen to Yo Gotti if you're in a place where that you can't control the music. I like Yo Gotti, man. Sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, that's how crack distribution works. Okay, I was unaware of that. I was unaware of how to hide cocaine. Thank you, Yo Gotti. The Mario movie is okay if you look at it as not a Mario movie. Yeah, that's true. If you want to see a dinosaur movie, check out Super Mario Brothers. Ready Player One was a guilty pleasure. Any pop culture geek reference is an easy attention grabber for me. I saw Ready Player One and I was like, I'd rather watch Gamer. I thought Gamer was better than Ready Player One. And now I can't wait to see how y'all tell me Gamer was terrible. Mr. Jones says he loved Ready Player One. I loved it when it was called Gamer. I'm gonna keep saying that until someone says anything back. When I'm done watching Gamer, I like to listen to Yo Gotti. Mark C said Loki Loki do it. The music had no right to be that good. Oh, another recent bad movie, Mortal Kombat. I hated Cole, whatever his name was. I forgot his last name. Cole Young is that his name? I hated that character. I thought he was dumb. He had no business being in that movie. I think he ruined it. I hate that they will make a sequel and have him back in it. It's embarrassing. There we go. There we go. Mr. Jones. Ooh, gamer, no thank you. Hey, that was a good movie, man. Had the homie Terry Crews in it, my co-star in Idiocracy. Miss Jones, the amount of characters they had really had me hyped. Miss Jones loved the new Mortal Kombat though. I didn't like with Cole Young. I didn't like Cole Young, man. He was a terrible, terrible person. I like Mortal Kombat. Also, since Marcus E has seen Mortal Kombat, we can go spoilers. Also, it's been out like a year. Um, Kung Lao was done dirty. He wasn't done as dirty as Storm Collectibles did him, but he was done pretty dirty. Unless Storm Collectibles is watching, then Kung Lao is one of my favorite Storm Collectibles figures. Um, they did him dirty. Jax, that was kind of like I don't know if I agreed with how he lost his arms. Kano was the best thing about that Mortal Kombat movie. Kano was where it's at. Kano really brought that character to life right there. Like people won't ever be like Ezra Miller is the Flash. I don't even know that dude that played Kano's name, but that dude is Kano all the way through and through. Sonya was kind of weak. Her dialogue was terrible. They should just let her be natural. Jace Fix now that new Mortal Kombat ain't it. What? Matt Logic says I like Mortal Kombat, but not a Mortal Kombat fan. Oh man, I love my Mortal Kombat, as you see here. Another dumb fun movie. Yeah, it had its problems, but I'll watch it. I'd watch it again. I could do without the new characters, but I like Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Cole was stupid. I also like the two animated Mortal Kombat movies. Those are incredible. I have not seen that Scorpion one yet. Although the Mortal Kombat Legacy, that's a good show. The animated MK movies are good, especially the Scorpion one. Dang it, I just said I haven't seen that one. You don't like Jax 'cause he's roasted. Yeah, they should have had me. They should have picked me. I should have been Jax. No, I didn't. His arms, I don't know. His arms bothered me because in the game it's all like, oh, he got ripped off by his own fatality, but they didn't do that in the movie. So, which I get it. It's gonna be kind of hard to pull that off, but yeah, they're. I mean, I am totally jealous that he got the role instead of me. If they're looking for someone from Austin, it should have been me. People would have been like, oh, they're whitewashing Jax. Calm yourself. They're light brown washing Jax. Okay. Lucky Bush says there's a new MK movie. Well, it was the most recent one, Mortal Kombat. Scorpion was cool. I did like his character a whole lot. Um, it was interesting to see Bihan be as evil as he was. I can't wait to see him as Noob Saibot. Lucky Bush says that must have been under a rock lately. Yeah, man, it's been about a year old. I think about a year now. I think Scorpion was the best part of that movie. Yeah, he was. He definitely his storyline was very good in that movie. I don't like that Cole Young was his ancestor. Oh, Lucky Butter, my bad, dude. I forgot you haven't seen it yet. There we go. Oh, Sonny is mocap in the MK sequel. Can we start that change.org petition now? They're like, sorry, we don't want you to be mocap. Can I be meat? How about meat? With the Steve Harvey mustache. Yeah, his mustache. Oh man. Ooh, Sonny is Motaro. And I'll just be singing, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, is better than yo. I don't. Is that the words? I could be singing the wrong words. Lucky Butter, yes, check it out, man. Jay Spigs recommends it. Ooh, Sunny is smoke. There you go. Smoke is back there. I kind of thought they were doing the animated Scorpion story because it started like the animated, but then it did hard U-turn. Yeah, no. I mean, God, I need to see a Scorpion cartoon still. Surprised we never got any figures from this movie. I'd check out a movie Scorpion if McFarlane made one. Someone, oh man, I want to say I think it was someone in a Storm Collectibles Facebook group said they saw somewhere that Cole Young was teased, and I was like, oh God, don't do that. Sunny is Kitana. I have to shave, but I could totally pull it off. See, my range is ridiculous, so I could totally pull it off. Oh, I saw Jurassic World Dominion over the weekend. Did anybody see Jurassic World Dominion over the weekend? Uh, I need to replace my McFarlane Scorpion. One of the sword handle things on the belt snapped off. Yeah, that's gonna happen, dude. Doesn't matter which Scorpion you get, those things are gonna snap off. Mine snapped off pretty easily. I think I was talking to Jace Figs about it, trying to do a thigh cut to him when I realized he had a thigh cut. But yeah, I snapped a little scabbard, I guess, off of him. So the other Scorpion that I bought, I left it in the package. Didn't even mess with him. Jace Figs says, "Sunny is Sonya, green tights and all." Oh, that's sweet, cause I have my green tights already ready to go. Ooh, there we go. I'd totally be Kotal Khan. I'd be like, paint my skin green. I was gonna wear green tights. Going to just paint me teal. Yeah, see, Jay Spook says those things snap off easy, man. That sword is probably the weakest thing about any McFarlane figure. That little scabbard or holster sheath. I'm not sure how you would pronounce, or what you would consider it, but yeah, they snap off real easy. Mark C says, I want a Pyroraptor. I haven't watched the movie either. I haven't been watching a lot lately. Oops, Sunny is Jade or Sindel. Oh, because I don't have hair, I could be Sindel. It's messed. Oh, if I was Sindel, I could just grow my hair out. The Kotal Khan figure looks pretty dope. Kind of tempted to get it. Kotal Khan figure is dope until you put him next to Shao Kahn, and then you realize how small they made Kotal Khan's feet, and it looks really weird together. Mr. Jones says hilt. Hilt is actually part of the sword. It's the like the I don't know if it's the I don't think the handle is part of it, but it's the thing. It's the hilt. You know, on a sword, it's the hilt. That's what the hilt. Uh, yeah, hilt is part of the sword though. I think McFarlane MK figures pretty solid because they look cool. They do look cool. It sucks that you can't pose them very well. That's the only thing I don't like. Mr. Jones says Sonny is collector. Ooh, there we go. I would even be Baraichu. I don't know anybody that likes him. Hilt is what you hold. Yeah. The mention of feet gave me war flashbacks to the toying around live stream with the Boba Squadron. I haven't watched the Boba Squadron ones yet because I'm like, man, I, w- I was watching one of them when they were doing oh, it was the cartoon. Can't remember which cartoon it was. The more recent cartoon. And I was totally lost in the live stream. I was like, I have no idea what they're talking about. Crossguard. Boraichu. Yeah, nobody likes Boraichu. I Nobody likes Striker. Well, I take it back. Some people could use Striker pretty easily. Um, I always thought he looked like a nerd. Like he looked like a dude that was trying to, like he looked like a stepdad trying to be cool. So he was kind of, oh, there you go, Marcus. Yeah, Bad Batch. Yeah, I was totally lost. Also, I think I caught them like when they're talking about episode five. I'm like, I don't know either any of these. Me as Luke Skywalker. That makes sense. I've swung a machete around. Can't be too much more difficult than a lifesaver, a lightsaber. So I think that could work. Man, you know what? I just realized you can see this much. I'm gonna have to put my Serpentor statue right there. Take down this guy. This is a guy that so many people are still looking to complete this figure. I'm amazed that they didn't complete him already. I feel like DMW, all things Marvel. Oh, you see this guy right here? This guy right here, Abomination, Abomination. He fights the Hulk. We got, we got Headpool. Uh, guys, anything you want, guys, anything you want. Just, send me a message. I can make fun of that dude because he did me kind of dirty. But let's go back. The weapon that Kotal Khan has, I made something similar to that for my custom enemy. All right, that sword is cool. That's a cool sword. It has a nice hilt on it. Like how I brought that back. Uh, Sonny has Machete Jr. Uh, oh man, I would totally be Machete Jr. That'd be dope. I have like a little machete. Uh, Jay Speaks says don't buy anything from that tool. Yeah, man. His DMW all thing Marvel. I'll say it because I feel bad because like I did some videos and I advertised for them. Their practices weren't the best. Um, they kind of were deceiving people. Once I found out all that, I was like, ooh. I had actually told my wife one time. I was like, I think I'm gonna just cut ties with these fools. Like, even if they ask me to do something, I'm like, nah, I can't do it anymore. Um, and then I found out how they were being shady with everyone else, And I was just like, yeah, I can't be associating with that. And I associate with criminals, but these people, I was like, nah, I can't do that. But then they blocked me. So I'm like, oh, okay. They blocked two of my channels. They blocked two of my Instagram channels. And so I'm like, oh, like man, they really like have it out for me at this point. So I'll say whatever I want about that fool. I don't really care. He ain't gonna do anything. He might try to sue me. He does send people cease and desist letters, I think, or threatens to send them cease and desist letters. Um, but when it's beef, it's beef. I think the court allows that. So. Mark Z says one I made is called a kanabo. It's a Japanese war club used by samurai and oni, Japanese demons. Oh. Yeah, I mean it's a cool weapon that he has. A machete cartoon spin off like Muppet babies. Machete babies. Babies de machete. Dude, that'd be so dope, man. Danny Trejo would still have to have a tattoo and a mustache as a baby. Danny Trejo's like 104 years old. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know how old he is. Let me see. I know he's old, so we'll check his age. Danny Trejo. Let's see. Born in 1944. May 16th, 1944. Oh man, his birthday just passed. It's 2022 minus 1944. That fool was 78 years old. Still whooping fools. Um, Mr. Jones says, don't buy from whom? DMW, all things Marvel. I think he calls himself Marvel Super God or something like that at this point. Uh, Jay Spix says, bald dude doesn't have a chin. Uh, it sucks too, cause like he has a beard like me, and if I throw glasses on, I have a bald head. I'm like, oh man, I look like him. Uh, but yeah, no, I mean, I've heard that he keeps doing people dirty. Uh, there were some things he told me, like he would if you wanted a figure, and he was like say for instance you wanted this abomination. He's like, yeah, I got abomination, and he tells you a price. All right, cool. I've heard, and I actually experienced part of this. Um, if someone offers him more money, he'll tell you, "Oh, sorry, I don't have that actually," or he'll be like, "Oh, sorry, I already promised it to somebody else." Like days later, um, or he'll give it to a bigger YouTuber so that they have it instead of you. I actually tried to get the Cosmic Spider-Man from him one day because he was like, guys, just anything I have here, anything, just ask. Don't be afraid to ask. I mean, we've got Space Spider-Man. I'm like, that's the Cosmic Spider-Man. He's close, I guess. I hit him up. I said, hey man, let me get that Cosmic Spider-Man. Like 2 or 3 days later, this fool hits me up. He's like, "Oh, I actually had already sold that." I'm like, "Dude, I hit you up like within 10 minutes of your video dropping. How did you have it already sold?" I think the price that he set online was, I think he ended up getting a higher price for it, so he sold it to somebody else. It's kind of messed up. Matt Logic 44 says Machete Babies, and Machete is still played by Danny Throw. Machete don't age. Machete actually could probably, when Machete was born, he was probably able to impregnate women already. Danny Throw was awesome in the 2012 Nickelodeon TMNT show. I didn't know he was in that. He was cool as the Rancor handler, and if they sold his figure with the HasLab Rancor, I think they would have been able to do something with it. Mark C says, I saw his face while looking up his YouTube. I ain't gonna say anything. Don't say anything, Marcus. He was a new trailer. Huh. I need to check. I like Danny Throw. I think he's cool. Miss Jones, who was he on rewatching the series? New trailers is one of my favorite villains. Ooh, I'm probably killing that name. Neutralizer. That's what it is. Neutralizer, not neutralizer. God, I really gotta start reading these before I just say them. Yeah, there you go. Uh, Jay Spig says, yeah, he will sell you something that he does not technically have in hand, and then say to pick something he has, and he has like Eternals, and it's charging $24.99. And he's charging $24.99 without the bath piece. So it's like, do I really want to? And he'll tell you, he'll be like, guys, why spend, $10 going to GameStop when you can support small business right here? It's like, man, calm down, dude. I mean, gas prices now, okay, he's a little bit accurate, but still, I'm like, dude. I mean, if you're gonna charge us this much and you ain't gonna have a bath piece with it, you know, you got to do something, man. Uh, he also at one point last year he was asking me, he was like, "Hey, how's it going, whatever?" And I was like, "Oh, it's good." And then I go, "I can't wait to see all the things that Dan Yoon, Ryan Singh, and Dwight Stahl released or announced." And he was like, "Who are they?" I was like, "Dude, you specialize in selling Marvel Legends and don't even know who the marketing team is?" Like, man, I can't help you with that point, man. Mr. Jones says he only got 73 subscribers. Yeah, he's kind of he has kind of a dead YouTube channel. Also, he told me that I should work with him because um I'm already stealing his ideas anyway, so we might as well just work together as a team. And I was like, calm yourself down. I don't even know what you're talking about. What he referred to was I had a posted a photo of a pocket fig and I used hashtag pocket fig. And he was like, yeah, I did that before. I did that first and you stole my ideas, so we might as well work together at this point. And I'm like, first of all, I didn't know you did that. I stole that from Unparalleled Universe's live stream. He was talking about pocket figs. The very next day, I immediately went and took a picture of a pocket fig and I used the hashtag. And I was like, and I even tagged Unparalleled Universe, I think, in the post. And he was like, well, he goes, I know a lot of people steal a lot of my ideas. And I'm like, nobody stole your idea, dude. Nobody knew you did this. And then he sent me the video that he took, and he had like Iceman, and like JCPenney's jewelry counter. And I was like, yeah, dude, whatever, man. Space Spider-Man. I think that's what it should be this should be called now. He sounds like this pastor from this Vine, the one who says, why? But it sounds like, why? I can't even do that, man. Danny Trejo is also Ram Man in Masters of the Universe Revelation. That fool puts in work, man. Method Man was cool as Clamp Champ. Dang it, man. I need to watch. I do need to watch that Master Universe Revelation. Have not seen it yet. Dude, he once said, giving away all these toys, and I hit him up. Oh, let me get that Wolverine. He's like, okay, cool. You gotta pay is shipping and taxes. I'm like, what are the taxes? He's like, $21. That's about right. That sounds like him right there. Wasn't there a dude in the community who was scalping toys? He had a fox emoji profile pic on his IG. What was his name? Marvelous Toys, I think. I think that's who it was. He probably thinks he invented reading comics too. Oh, he called himself Marvel superfan. He says that nobody's as big a Marvel fan as him, and he has like a tattoo on him, and he's like, oh yeah, this is how hardcore I am. He has like this little small tattoo. It's like one of those like, oh, Friday the 13th, $13 special tattoos. And he has it on him. I think it's right here. And he's like, oh, I'm the biggest fan. That's why I got this. I'm like, dude, I know people that have entire back pieces dedicated to one specific character. So I don't know where you're getting that from. Look, but it says Jay Spig's shipping and tax would be $55. That's pretty much. That was AOA Wolverine. He was $8 on Amazon at the time. Wait, who said he stole his idea? I blanked that again. DMW, all things Marvel, Marvel super fan is what he goes by. He actually DMW, all things Marvel, pretty much went out of the toy business, I believe. Um, they did not actually have a contract with Hasbro. They would buy the figures at retail, pull the bath piece, and then sell the figure and the bath piece separately. They called it a business. They claimed they had a brick and mortar store. I don't know how true that is, but they would do that. They did not have a contract to sell. Um, when the store like officially closed or whatever, he took over the account. So it looks like he has like thousands or tens of thousands of followers, but they were from the store. They used to, they went through me. I advertised for them. They sent me some figures. There was a figure that actually I bought, and then he was all like, "Hey, I'll send you money for it," and you say that you got it from us, and I'm like, if you pay for it, technically I did get it from y'all, like, so I was like, all right, I'll do it. Um, and then there was some figures that I saw them in store. I posted them to my Instagram, to the story, and he hit me up like, "Hey, can you pick that up? I need to send it to, whatever another YouTuber." And I'm not saying that because he didn't tell me their name. I mean, because I don't want to say their name. He didn't tell me their name, so I can't say. But so I bought the figures and I sent them to him, and he would send me money. He'd pay for shipping and whatever, or he'd actually send me the shipping label, and then through their business or whatever like that, I'd send it off to the person. Um, I don't know who they were. I just knew that he was like, send it to this address. So I sent it to the address, and I was like, all right, whatever, I'm done. Um, but yeah, it was a very, very peculiar, peculiar company. We'll say that. Jason not his followers were all purchased. That's shiesty. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I mean, I got, was it Apocalypse? Yeah, I got the AOA Apocalypse from him. In exchange for, he had a buyer who wanted magic, and my Walgreens had a ton of magic, so I bought a magic and I sent it, and he sent me Apocalypse, and he was like, "Oh, okay, well," he goes, "I guess," he goes, "you kind of owe me because the value of Apocalypse is higher than Magic." I said, "Not really. I could go to Target and purchase Apocalypse." I go, "You can't go to Walgreens and purchase Magic. You can't go online and purchase Magic." So I go, "I think we're pretty even and we're squared off on that one." I don't think he liked that, but I was like, "Dude, you're not gonna come at me like that, man." Um, but yeah, that was kind of where I was kind of like, "All right, maybe I'm done with this dude." But yeah, he'd sent me like, I think for the videos that I did for them was Apocalypse, Retro Daredevil. Actually, I don't even know if I did that video, but Gamerverse, Captain, what is it, Stealth Captain America, Punisher Rider series. But yeah, I was like, man, I was like, nah, you ain't trying to. I was like, that's not how this works, dude. I don't know who you think you're dealing with, man, but that's not how that works. Uh, yeah, there you go. Jake's Big C tried to muscle me. Yeah, it wasn't gonna happen. Yeah, I don't think he liked that very much. I think that's what started to sour our business relationship. But yeah, I was like, nah, man, slow your roll, dude. You wanted this magic. I just happen to know where to get it from. Oh, Jay Speaks says his followers were purchased. That could be. That could be because sometimes he'll post something. He has like tens of thousands of followers. He'll post something and he'll only have like 26 likes on it. It's like, man, where your supporters at, dude? But yeah, let's see. Mr. Jungle Dude, I his page. I found on Instagram doesn't have many. He he let me see. I can get it for you. See, he doesn't realize I have a ton of Instagram pages. Um, he only banned two of them. Wait, let me see. Where's it at? Oh, he goes by Marvel Legends God. Yeah, 14,000, 14.6 followers. He did ban me. He's banned a few people too. I think Doug Nifson got banned as well or blocked. If y'all don't know Doug Nifson, he's a cool dude. Um, but DMW actually used to have a website that was dedicated to people who created things with action figure content, and that's how they got to know me. That's how I got to know Doug Nifson. That's how I got to know a couple of people that I follow still to this day. Um, but yeah, he had them. He had the website. They killed the website finally, which was funny because he blocked me, but he still had my content on his website. But yeah, it's an interesting follow. If you find him, uh, go check him out. Go give him a follow. It'll be like the dude that hires all the Asian chicks at GameStop. Like it's that sort of ordeal. So uh yeah, check him out if you he posts some cringe-worthy stuff. So he's got to be prepared for it. Marcus he says, "Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, that guy." Should I pre-block him? Sometimes I do that when I find out someone is garbage. Um, if if you want to go to Instagram and look at someone's page, be like, if you want to do that when you look at Instagram, follow him. He'll block you eventually. Oh, Jay Spiggs is blocked. For no reason. Or maybe there was a reason I added. Oh, he reposted it. Oh man, that would be dude. When Jay Spiggs first did that to one of my photos, it took me a while to see it. It was hilarious though, man. It was very funny, dude. Oh, oh man, I can see him doing that too. Oh, and he will also pretend like he's a saint. And he would never do anybody wrong and doesn't understand why people would do him wrong. He also tags Chris Evans and everything. So that that was the weird one for me. That was the weirdest part. He kept tagging Chris Evans and being like, "You let your fans do this? You do this to your fans?" I'm like, "Calm down, dude. Chris Evans is not gonna respond to you." I was like, "Chris Evans doesn't respond to me," and I was an idiocracy, dude. No, but yeah, he tags Chris Evans in a lot of stuff. It's really bizarre. And he accuses a lot of people of being racist. If you say you don't like DMW all things Marvel because their prices are expensive or they don't include the bath piece, he'll immediately say you're racist because it's a black-owned business. I'm like, dude, nobody mentioned that. Like, I don't even know how many people knew that. But yeah, he would always call racism on everything. Mr. Jones blocked him. He's a fun follow, man. I mean, he started creating his own web effects and stuff. So there's that too. I do it. I don't have him blocked, but he can't see my stuff. He can see my YouTube unless he's blocked it. Um, but yeah, I mean, he's just. I would. I felt weird doing business with them after like maybe the third figure they sent me. I was still new, so I was like, I don't know, maybe this is how things are done. And then as I got more hip to the game, I was like, all right, this is clearly not how things are done. Um, and then he sells like a custom Doctor Octopus tentacles for like $200 or something that somebody else made, which is bizarre to me. I'm like, how much are they charging versus your little $200 markup that you're doing on them? But yeah, he's claimed to commission people for props and stuff to sell at his store, but I don't think that ever goes anywhere. But yeah, just I think the intention they started off with a good intention. It didn't work that way. They got bigger than they. I think they might have got big fast. I don't know how long they've been in the business. I think they got big fast and they couldn't keep up. And his whole thing was defending every single aspect. Everything that people threw at him, he became defensive about. And that just it doesn't work out very well. Lucky Brother says this guy sounds like a handful. Yeah, he would hit me up and he was like, "Hey," he goes, "I think we should do comedy stuff together." And I go, "I don't think that's gonna work, man, because your comedy is different from my comedy." In my head, I'm like, "Your comedy is non-existent. My comedy is attempting to make people laugh." Um, but he was like dead set. He was like, "No, we should do something together." Blah blah blah. I go, "I don't know if you know this, but." I was like, some of my comedy is inappropriate for all audiences if you understand my joke. He was like, yeah, we can't have that. And I was like, man, I'm not gonna, this ain't gonna fly, dude. I can't do that with you, man. And he got kind of mad that I said that because at the time his DMW, All Things Marvel, the pandemic had happened, and so the business started going down. He was looking for something to pick it back up, and he was relying on me. And I was like, first of all, dude, I only got like 400 followers. This ain't gonna work, man. Jay Speaks says, "Nah, I think the other dude was legit, but then he was tired of doing it." Yeah. Well, I think when he became like the face of DMW, I think that's kind of where it fell off because it got to his head. He got too cocky about it, and that doesn't work. So I was like, if you want to get big headed and be cocky about something, you got to do stand up comedy. That's why I do it. Um, now I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think he just got too big headed about it, and you couldn't say anything. He would get offended easily. And it's like you can't have feelings and emotions if you're trying to be a business. People are gonna say things about you. It is what it is. Yeah, there you go. I've known Chris for decades. I'm gonna start telling everybody that. Yeah, I've known Mr. Jones. We go way back. We're both from Texas. No, but yeah. I mean, cause I know he had Shartimus Prime, me, X Manny. I think he had some stuff for him. Um, I'm trying to think who else he had with him. Uh, what's her name? Uh, God, I can't remember. She's a foreign lady. She does amazing photography. Alishka, I think Alishka is her name. I think he had stuff for her too. Alishka. Um, I think uh I think he hated Payson like from the get go, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, yeah, that's right. Payson, he actually asked me one time. Um, he was like, "Hey, do you know this Payson guy?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know him. He's cool." And he was like, "Oh," he's like, "How old is he?" I'm like, "I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure he can vote. I don't know what you're asking, dude." And he was like, "Oh, is he a child?" And I'm like, "No, he's not a child." And he was like, "How do you know?" And I was like, "He has kids of his own, dude. Like, what do you?" I don't know what he was getting at, but he was like real suspicious of Payson for some reason. I have no idea why. Dan Speaks, has anyone heard anything about those third party cars and also trains? Don't they keep canceling? Jay's Figs is always hitting me up. That is from 112 Garage. They used to be in contact with me pretty frequently. I haven't heard from them. I know that they canceled the was it Cyberpunk Vigilante, um, saying that it was for copyright issues. So I don't know where that went. I know BBTS though has where you can pre-order the cars from them. BBTS is always a safe bet, even with the premium DNA stuff. If you support premium DNA, after watching Unparalleled Universe a few weeks ago, I canceled my premium DNA stuff based on their owners' past stuff. But I haven't heard anything about that. But yeah, they did cancel all the Cyberpunk Vigilantes. Mark C says Alishka. I don't know how to spell her name, but I think that's who you're talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Uh, amazing photographer. Oh, she's cute. I see you. No, she's really good photographer. Um, I didn't even know it was a girl at first when I followed her. I was like, I don't know how to pronounce the name, but yeah, she's a good photographer. She also has actual photography page. It's also pretty good to go to. I think I followed that one from my photography page though. Marcus C says 112 Garage. Yeah, 112 Garage Beverly Hillbillies car. Hey, I'd buy a Beverly Hills Beverly car, man. Then yeah, they're on their way. They're sending it via an actual snail. Speaking of, I just want a 112 scale Dodge Charger or Chevy Impala. I would take any muscle car. Any old school 112 scale muscle car, I would take. That's why I like the one that 112 Garage had. Uh, when he first showed me I don't know, the rendering of it, it looked pretty dope. I'm hoping that that still comes out. I'm hoping that he has luck with that one. Mr. Jones says Megalopolis still up and running. Yeah, that's Premium DNA. Premium DNA toys is what they go by. They have the Earthworm Jim figures. I'm like, dang it, I want those Earthworm Jim figures. But um, on Unparalleled Universe, everybody was talking about the past with the dude, and I was like, all right, man, I just gotta cut it. So I canceled my BBTS order for them. Mark G says Megalopolis under new name. Yeah, it's Premium DNA. That's who Sonny's talking about. Megalopolis is going under their new name. And only reason people know that is because when the Premium DNA Toys website came up, it still had Megalopolis logos and watermarks over everything on the website. I'm like, dude, if you're gonna change stuff, you gotta like if I witness a crime and I gotta go change name and identity, that's like if I tattooed Sonny Castile across my chest. Like, dude, it's still there. Like, they didn't think really hard. They didn't think that one through all the way. Mr. Jones says none of the links on the site work for premium DNA. I'm pretty sure that sounds about right. Oh, you mean the site? Yeah. Oh, yeah, no story behind all that. I just haven't been to the site in a while. Yeah, is their site still full of Megalopolis logos? Because that's what it used to be. Jace Fix, if you're gonna scam people, you gotta do it right. Have you recently been scammed by Premium DNA Toys? Let the law offices of H.R.B. Barnes help you and settle that claim. Like that. Brought back Arby. Brought back Arby for all the people that have been with me for the 3 hours. We brought back Arby. Mark Z says it's wild that they haven't been sued and they're not completely out of business. I think that someone said that I think Entertainment Earth sued them. So they used all the money that they kept from people's pre-orders and paid off their lawsuit. Well, that was stupid of Megalopolis to forget that detail. Yeah, it was dumb. Okay, the site. Marcus, you know it. HRB Barnes makes a comeback. Mr. Jones says, I never let RB fight for me or hot dog lips milk dud. Oh, man. Hot dog lips McMilk dud. God dang. A whole, that name just rolled off the tongue right there. Oh, man. They've got some statement mentioning Entertainment Earth on the front page. Oh, man, I gotta check it out. Link to the lawsuit. Megalopolis. Megalopolis.toys. How do they get a .toys website? Mutually approved statement. Toy Overlord Inc. Doing business as Megalopolis and Entertainment Earth. Interesting. Expand its buying relationship with Entertainment Earth. Distribution to better serve the collector community. Ooh, they're trying to throw blame on Entertainment Earth. That's messed up. It's not a link to the lawsuit. It's a link to them trying to say Entertainment Earth is helping them through the pandemic. Mr. Jones, what's the name of the creepy dude? I want to be. I love how Marcus is just completely transparent about why he wants to know the name. Creepy dude Dion. I like creepy dude Dion. That's kind of a cool name. It's kind of catchy. I like the name creepy dude Dion. I don't like Dion. Although, man, that's a tough one. Cause like if I was part Asian, I'd be like, man, he's doing his part and employing Asians. Miss Jones says Entertainment Earth was the one suing them, right? I believe so. I believe it's because of that agreement that they have. Also, they call themselves Toy Overload. Overlord. Toy Overlord. Both parties regret this occurred and are working together. The parties have identified the cause of the issues and reached a confidential resolution. Oh, I guess it is about the about the lawsuit. Both navigated new challenges. All right. Yeah, and they have a link. Oh, they have Entertainment Earth logo. But yeah, this I actually had downloaded their app, and then well, that was also I didn't know what was going on, but I downloaded their app. I was like, they got an app. They got to be legit. Dion's 45, 46, still working at GameStop pushing Pokemon. Man. Hey, Tuck Dion. There we go, Tuck Dion. Ooh, the three evil D's. Dewdog, DW, and Dion. Man. The three D's. That's the D you don't want. If there was ever a D I didn't want, it's one of those three. No. Oh man, it's already 1:39 a.m. my time. I'm gonna have to go and hop off of here. I gotta wake up for work. Luckily, I get to work from home, so I can stay with live stream. Uh, it sucked. Yeah, last week I didn't get to live stream because I had to go to work really early, so couldn't do it. But as always, I appreciate everyone who stopped through. We got Marcus E, Mr. Jones, Jace Figs, Rick Jones was here. Obi-Wan Chigonas was here. Dorkroom Diaries. Nasser popped in. Shout out to Nasser. He always checks it out the day after. Um, who else is in here? Lucky Butter, Loki. I know I'm missing some other people. My apologies. Matt Logic 44 was here. Shout out to everyone that popped through. Let's see. Oh man, I'm gonna see Dion posting on Facebook. I'm gonna respond with Asian girl gifs or gifs, depending on how you want to pronounce it. I just ignore him. God dang. Oh man. Yeah. Hey, appreciate it, man. Everybody's saying good night. Hey, again, I always appreciate y'all. If you haven't seen the put out post Doctor Strange, if you haven't seen the Doctor Strange video, make sure you go check it out. Unless you don't want to be spoiled by any spoilers, it's completely littered with spoilers about the movie. Mark C, after you check it out on Disney Plus, be sure to check out the recap. Um, I have had a few people ask me to do other films like that. Um, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can do more films like that. So we'll see how it works out. But as always, I appreciate y'all for watching, sticking around. Y'all have yourselves a great night. We'll see y'all next time.